This is the One Life Podcast, hosted by Todd Lawrence. In this episode,
sorts of seasonings, peppers. There's 32 different types of peppers on this. Correct. I am the America's champion for the League of Fire Chili Pepper Eating Champions. 13 million Scoville Unit capsaicin crystals. And it also
what is that? What does that even mean? That
means pain. Push people. My goal was to push people to do more.
That's good. Yeah.
To be a better version of themselves. To beat me.
Yeah. I'm a beast, man. I'm a dog.
Don't be the next anybody. Okay.
I seen that.
Be the first version of yourself.
We are back in the building, back in the booth. Welcome back, world. Listen, we are back with another episode of the One Life Podcast with your host, Todd Lawrence. And today we got some more very interesting, talented, just self-driven, ready to get the job done, figure out the plan, and execute it. You know what I'm saying? I met this guy through Instagram, you know what I'm saying, through a great friend. Shout out Joe Galati, the comedian. He connected us, man. And when I tapped in with this guy, I seen he was doing some interesting things with his life, with his one life, through his journey to a successful life. Today in the building, this is episode number 35 of the One Life Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm welcome, round of applause for my man, Kris Fragale. Yeah.
the One Life Podcast.
Hey, man, Kris, welcome to the One Life Podcast, brother.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Really do.
Yeah. We going to jump right into it. As you can see, everybody out there watching, we got these sauces on the table. These sauces actually look kind of scary, man. I'm a spicy guy, but you know, we gonna jump into these sauces in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a taste test with my man Kris Fragale. Just so you know, man, Kris Fragale is the American champion for hot pepper chili eating competition.
That's correct. I am the America's champion for the League of Fire Chili Pepper Eating Champions.
Say it one more time.
League of Fire Chili Pepper Eating Champions.
League of Fire Pepper Chili Eating Champions.
That's correct.
Man, how did we get started with that journey?
COVID was the reason that the Scoville Unit was born. I've always been a very big advocate for spicy. I've always been very interested in it. Mainly, for most people that first see hot sauce, they think Frank's hot sauce. They think the standard Louisiana hot sauce, or you got Texas Pete's, just the store brand stuff that you walk by and you see in the store.
Right.
When I was a young little lad, my Opa, my grandfather, he would bring me down to his garden, where he would grow all sorts of peppers and garlic, chives, and all that. And I've always very interested jalapenos, red hots, green peppers, like you name it, I would be eating it. My sister's not so much, but
right.
As I grew up, my Opa used to always mess with me, and he had this bottle, and I remember it was Dave's Insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he used to tell me this just to make me really want to, like, because I'm a kid and I'm really interested in stupid stuff. And
yeah,
like, this bottle of hot sauce, and it was Dave's original.
Right.
And it was like, I use this to get the oil stains off of the driveway. It's not for eating.
Yeah,
just to get me to stay away.
That's how powerful the hot sauce was.
Yeah, used to say it. And now as I'm older, I realize that was not true. You cannot use hot sauce to clean oil, or as I thought,
right,
off of a grease stain. So when he passed away in 2008, my uncle actually had the bottle of hot sauce. He gave it to me, so I'm like, all right, let's do it. And the toothpick, boom, done. So hot.
One little
tip of a toothpick.
What was the name of the hot sauce? You remember?
Dave's Insanity. It was one of the original.
Dave's Insanity hot sauce.
And now this is from back in the 90s. So This is when hot sauce was at its rarest form. Like, you couldn't get a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, actually, this is actually in the 2000s. So let's say 2000s. So I got the bottle, and at this time I was a volunteer firefighter, and I brought it down to the fire department, and all my friends are messing with it and dying and this and that. And it actually took the grease off of, like, the diesel stain off of the ground. It left a red stain, but the black grease stain was gone on the rag that I used.
Well, you had dropped like some grease on it?
No, I was at the fire department, the concrete. I took a little bit of hot sauce, poured it on, wiped it, and the grease came off, but it left an orange spot from the hot sauce that stained it. But because realistically, your hot sauce has oils in it. That's what makes it hot. It's the capsaicin oil.
Yeah.
And fast forward a few years, of drinking age, and my buddy Joel at the time, he was a bartender at Sliders, my hometown bar where I always hung out, and he was big into growing peppers, and he would talk about his dragon's breath and all that. Like, oh, I want to try this. I never had dragon's breath. I never had Reapers. I'm like, let's do it. I've never had these hot sauces. I've only ever known. And he gave me some of his hot sauce in the bar. I'm like, this is really good. And he's like, all right, let's really test this. He's like, let's do a bull sweat. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
He's like, it's a shot with hot sauce. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Shit.
Yeah, so he gave me a shot of vodka with his dragon's breath hot sauce in it, and I did it, and it was delicious. That was the first time.
Hot sauce and alcohol mixed together.
It's the first time.
That sounds like a what do they call fireball? Fireball. That sound like that.
So they actually have.
Oh yeah. We did have some habanero whiskey.
They have a lot of infused with vodkas and whiskeys out there with peppers in it. Like they have Carolina Reaper ones. You can't find them, and you have to go look.
Yeah.
Like they do have jalapeno, but I'm talking like they have what's one that's called Wild Jack's. It's like it has a picture of the Jack of Hearts or something in it. It's a jalapeno one, but I got a Carolina Reaper one. My brother-in-law or someone brought me home from when he went to Cancun or something like that.
Yeah.
And I actually made tincture with it.
What is that?
A pepper tincture. So pepper tincture is is alcohol infused with dehydrated peppers.
Okay.
But you're supposed to let it sit for months.
Right.
So you put your maybe like that maybe let's say about 2 cups of pepper powder into a mason jar of vodka or moonshine, and you just shake it every day 2 or 3 times a day, and you let it sit for 6 months. Then you strain it with either cheesecloth or coffee filters about 3 dozen times, so this way it's pure clear. And then you put it in a dropper, and you drop a couple tinks, and it's
you drop a couple tinks
on your tongue. It literally just drop it, and it's for.
It gets you tipsy.
No, it's if you drink enough to get tipsy, you're going to be in the hospital.
Yeah, because your chest is going to burn like
it hurts. It just there's something about it though. Like I know a lot of people will do it with flavors. They'll mix it with fruits, all sorts of different flavors.
Right.
It's kind of like a replacement.
Latino people do that stuff with their candy and stuff.
Yes.
That, you know what that is?
That's disgusting. That's what that is.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about,
you ain't
right?
about to put chili powder on something like that and say, nah.
They like that.
That's gross.
Because when you go to the Brazilian steakhouse, I don't know if you've ever been, but when they bring the pineapples out at the end, they drizzle. It looks like it looks like
they use chili powder like that.
Yeah.
And I'm talking
it
like
looks
the
like
stuff.
this stuff.
Yeah, I'm talking the stuff that you put in your chili. Like I'm not talking pepper powder. I'm talking chili powder. Like this is bland, salty, no like real flavors. Like that's gross. Like my wife likes that stuff. I went the one time. I started like gagging her throat.
Yeah. I don't.
No, that's not okay.
Yeah, I tasted it when I was in the Navy. I was like, I was like, I love candy. I love sweets. So he pulled out his candy. It's a lollipop. I was like, yo, you got another one? He pulled it out. I was like, wow, what is this rest of it? I threw that. I spit for days after that. Pause, man.
It's just like when people bring me like the candies that have like a pepper flavor, like the lollipops or the gummies. I'm like, nah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Just give me a pepper.
Right, yeah.
You're gonna bring me the fake crap.
Yes. So where were you born at? Where'd you grow up?
I was born in Pittston, Pennsylvania. That is about 45 minutes to an hour away from here.
Gotcha.
Going towards Scranton. I currently reside in Exeter, Pennsylvania,
Gotcha.
where I was more or less born and raised.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where it's always been for me, is in that small town. My wife doesn't call it small town because she's from the middle of nowhere.
Right.
And to me, it's small town vibe. Like everybody usually knows everybody, but now as I'm getting older, a lot of the small town vibe goes away because people kind of keep to themselves because everybody's a little antsy to be mean to each other at this point in life.
Yeah. Everybody's out here trying to get their bills paid and stuff, and some people weather the storm better than others. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? So you just gotta separate yourself. You know what I mean? Keep the vibes positive.
Back in the day, you walk outside and you see your neighbor that used to babysit you, and like growing up in
small town like that.
Like my neighbors used to babysit me. The people down the street, I knew them. I walked down the street to the park. All the neighbors down there knew me. Like now, it's like they're not around anymore. They're all gone.
Right. Yeah.
Like you don't know who any of the new people are living in your old neighborhood, and then you walk outside and you're like, "Hey, what's up?" They're like, "Go after yourself." Like
yeah.
Nobody wants to know who you are. You don't get that. Like back in the day, you used to knock up all over the fence to be able to go over and get it. Now you're like, "Oh man, am I gonna get shot?"
Yeah. Right.
That's how different things are.
Yeah, I try to treat all my neighbors well. You know what I'm saying? I see, what's up? You know what I mean? Hey, have a good day.
Yep.
Gotta pass the light, man.
Because me and my wife just bought my grandparents' house. So
congrats, man.
So we're living there. We're very familiar with our neighbors. A few of the neighbors around us. Next door is my grandma's old neighbor Tia. She's real sweet. We're good with them. Across the street from a sweet old couple.
Yeah.
Lady with her dog's name is Lulu. Like we say hi to them. Directly across the other side is Rich. My mom knows him.
Nice.
The people on the other next to me, they're younger. They like I've said hi to them. I talk to them once in a while, but it's not that like you don't connect kind of feeling. Like they kind of just want to go inside and do their thing. Like
I think it's technology and stuff now.
Like their dog, I'll say hi to their dog, and the wife's pretty cool. Like the wife will come over like Halloween, she stops over, but like the husband, he's like,
yeah,
boyfriend, like,
yeah. And you know what? Sometimes I'm gonna connect those people that are like, they be living like rough lifestyles. I feel like, you know, they be like,
well, he works third shift, so he's got a rough lifestyle. I think immediately
he need more sleep and and his wife need to give him some cheeks or something. You know what I mean? You know, in a positive way, man. You know, make your man happy. You know what I'm saying? Because
and I get it though. Like it's everybody has their things going on in life. Like people, like, the funny thing is people see me and they'll say hi. I say, hey, what's up? Like they'll see me outside. I'll be doing stuff. Like I won't immediately run to say, hey, what's up? Come over and talk to you. Like I always laugh. You see the commercials like, oh, it's the progressive commercials where we could save you money, but we can't stop you from becoming your parents kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to stop in the middle of the street and like go around. We're going to be a while, like stopping and talking to people in the middle of the street kind of deal. But I'm not like that. Pass people off. Like I'll say hi. Like if I see someone having a hard time in public, I'll stop and help them. Like I'm not one of those people that's just like, like my wave is flipping people off. That's not how I am. I'm very approachable. My wife always says I'm
you're not on that Kanye West vibe.
Nah.
Yeah, you want to take pictures, sign autographs, shake hands.
Yeah,
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm just not like that. When I'm in the gym, I'm like on the what's up, like keep it pushing vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because people like will try to stop me in the gym and just like talk to me. How's life? You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm life is great. I'm trying to improve it right now, and you're killing my time. So
no, I got
let me hit you up later. Let's talk when I'm not at work. You know what I'm saying?
And the funny thing is the more I think about it now is when I got into the chili pepper world. Like I was saying, I wasn't always that. Hey, come meet up with people. Talk to strangers. Like I was always very shy.
Right.
Like in school, I was shy. I wanted to play sports. I was always trying to fit in. Like I always had my friends that now that I see back to it now is I really wish I had a little bit more of the personality and the independence that I have now. I wish I had that when I was in school.
Yeah.
Because I would have ran that shit.
Yeah. Did you play sports in school?
I tried playing football. I was not a big fan of the getting up early in summer.
Yeah, the 2-a-days and stuff.
And I wasn't always the most athletic person, and I wasn't like...
You look like you'd be a great lineman, dude. Like, nobody's getting through.
If I knew then what I know now about football, and we'll say from when I was like 16, 17, 18, into my 20s playing backyard bullshit, like I have incredible hands when it comes to playing football. Like people get surprised. They see me like, oh,
you could catch real good.
This fat guy hanging around. I'm nimble on my feet.
He said, I get you up.
I'm nimble.
Yeah.
And I know how to make a ball, like tip a ball to myself, like make a ball catchable. Like,
yes.
And my nephew has seen this. My brother-in-law's like, they all see, like, we play backyard stuff, like one-handed catches, toe touches, stuff like that. Like, I'm good at that stuff. I've always been good. Like catching in traffic. Like, I'm good at it.
Your mind is sharp.
I'm focused.
Like,
and they always say the height of the pass. Like,
yeah.
Okay, great. You got the height of the pass, but as soon as you're touching that ball, you better hold on to it because I'm nailing your ass.
Right.
Because if I can't reach that ball, I could reach you.
Yeah.
But I wish I knew, but my knee is the reason why I stopped playing football.
Okay.
I decided one weekend I wanted to play backyard bullshit. I got horse collar tackled. Boom, my ACL, MCL. Horrible pain.
Yeah.
And then I retore them 6 months later.
Wow.
So that was the end of that.
What grade was that?
I think I was a freshman.
In high school? Yeah. Freshman in high school.
Freshman in high school, and I still have issues to this day.
Yep. I could relate a little bit because when I was, I think I want to say a junior in high school, I was playing football, defensive end, and I got in a bad car accident, man, and I broke my left arm in half. Mm-hmm. Boom, straight down the middle. And that was it for football for me. You know what I'm saying? So shit happens in life, you know what I mean? Because when I was playing, I was like, I want to go to college. I want to go to the NFL. Yeah. You know, big dreams. I still got big dreams, and they're still coming true.
I never thought about going to play college ball. I never thought about playing NFL football. But the weird thing is I was always very into the backyard stuff. Because even when my football career for high school was over, I became a firefighter. Like, I enjoyed doing that. I was never book smart, so
I'm with you. I was good at it if I wanted to be, but a lot of times I was like, I don't want to do this homework, man.
It's funny. The concept of learning and being good at something being considered smart. The difference between having something happen in front of you and you being able to handle the situation. If you were to throw a fire in front of me right now and brush fire, I would be able to tell you step by step what to do just by looking at it.
Yeah.
You throw it on a piece of paper in front of me, you're better off lighting that book on fire and tell me that's the answer, because I have not answering questions on a piece of paper compared to real life
physical
stuff.
Work. Yeah.
I was always able to ace the physical aspect.
Right.
Entering a building, doing the writ, sweeping, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Ladders, structure fires, all that. Vehicle rescue, easy. When it came to the paper stuff, looking at it, it was like a different language to me.
Right.
But I got into firefighting. I did that for a couple of years. We played football almost every day behind the football.
At the firehouse.
Yeah, because we were still in high school and all that. We were still kids and we were playing football all the time. I loved playing sports. I did softball for a long time, for a little while, for a couple of years too.
Okay.
At beer leagues and all that.
Yeah, so here's my question with softball, right? What's the difference? Because I see a lot of chicks play softball. What's the difference between softball and regular baseball?
Softball, ball size, softer ball, bigger gloves. The bats are completely different too. So you're talking women's softball compared to beer league softball. Beer league softball is mixed gender. You could have guys and girls.
Okay.
But again, just like anything, there's always too many over competitive guys that have 500 bats that think that they're going to get drafted. And you can't just go and have fun. You have to have these guys that are overly serious and ruin it for everybody, which is kind of why I stopped doing that too.
In the softball?
I don't need some overgrown guy in his Jeep with 15 softball bats that abuses his girlfriend because he wants to go to his 5th game of the day to sit there and ruin a game for me. So it's like that.
He said, I know somebody like that. Yeah,
I know a few people like that. I left. Nah,
you had to separate, yeah.
So it's every day, if you really sit and think about it, is every day you're going to dish something out. You may enjoy it, but down the line you're going to think, nah, that's not what I want to do.
Right.
And that's where pepper eating came in for me.
Right.
When I started doing this during COVID, originally it was where the topics are hot and the peppers are even hotter. And I would just literally pick anything out of local news, world news. I'm very outspoken. I used to be very outspoken about politics, and that's where this started.
Yeah.
And I was eating peppers and doing random stuff. And my brother-in-law was like, listen, because at this point I'm like, I want sponsors.
You was doing this on Instagram Live,
Facebook Live, just random lives. And at this point I had a shed that was attached to my house, and it was my man cave.
Yeah.
And I go out there and I would be eating spicy stuff, talking about politics, just being loud and obnoxious. My brother was like, I want to sponsor you, but I want you to drop politics, and I just want you to do what you know, and that's eat spicy food.
Yeah.
And then I bumped into a couple people on social media, Today's Adventure, Late for Work. They're big members. They were big parts of my upcoming in the chili community. Lone Star Crew. I don't talk to them anymore, but I found that there was this community of just people that eat spicy food.
Yeah.
And do stupid shit online, like stupid challenges.
Right.
Like I'm talking like baby formula chugging and baby food eating and sour eating, random stupid shit.
Right.
And I'm like, this is interesting. And I started doing it, and I found the League of Fire.
Yeah.
And League of Fire is based out of the UK.
Speaking of the League of Fire, as I picked up the cards.
Picking up the cards. So League of Fire is ran by 3 people. The main owners are Paul Orr and his buddy Matt Tangent. And then
shout out League of Fire, man.
Paul's wife Shahina, she is known as the UK Chili Queen. Very sweet, a big sweetheart. Amazing people, Paul, Shahina, and Bat. So then I started finding out that there's challenges that are sold online all over the United States and UK that you get points as you complete them. You do the challenge, you follow the rules, you post the video, you do the burn times, you follow it to a T.
Right.
If you don't get the points.
Yeah.
It's simple. If you're to do something and you want to get credit for it, it's just like homework. You do a math problem, you do the work, you show it, you get your answer. If you did it work properly with the correct answer, you get the points, right?
Right.
Same thing with these challenges. You do the challenge, you get the points. And the seasons would run for a full year. And at the end of the year, you would have a list of a few hundred people, if not 1,000 people, competing head to head anywhere from 1,000 points to 10 points. And the winner at the end of the year would be considered and ranked number 1 in the world as a competitive spicy eater.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is really cool. I want to do this.
Were there a lot of Spanish people involved?
There's all people from all over the world.
Indians too. I bet there's got to be a top Indian dog out there.
So I don't
eating all that
know,
curry and
I don't know firsthand anybody that is that is Indian that participates in. I know a bunch of Italians, some Spanish people. I'm an Italian, but it's just there's a lot of different people. There's a lot of English, like from England, Ireland, all over the world. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Like I think there's 4 different branches. There's the European, Oceanic, Americas, and the world title. And now they just released the Africa just doing South.
Oh, they eating out there now.
Yeah,
shout out Africa. Yeah,
they just renounced the African belt.
Yeah, they out there eating. That's their opportunity. You know what I'm saying? They have in Africa when they hold one of these competitions, the whole town's coming. Because they all want to eat. They hungry.
What I mean? When they announced this belt, they're having a world belt out there. They asked me to go down there, and I'm like, listen, I'm gonna be completely freaking honest with you. I've never left the country before. And I'm just going to say this. I am a fat, white, bald guy. I am a target out of this country more than anybody could ever imagine. I am a hated person outside of the United States.
Why do you say that? He's like, when people see me, they're like, no, he's going to eat all of our food. Get him out of here.
No joke, man. There's a lot of countries out there that can't stand Americans. It's just flat.
Yeah.
And it's more of a joke than anything. Like, I know I'd be fine if I went, but I'm very paranoid because no joke, man. You see all the crazy shit going on all over the world, like people getting like, you can have your prisoners back, but we're just gonna get their head back. I'm like, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that statistic.
Right.
But they asked me to go to Africa. I'm like, nah, I'm not comfortable. If I'm gonna go somewhere, it's gonna be somewhere I could relate. Like Canada, I'm okay.
Yeah, if they said Italy.
I was going to say Italy.
Yeah.
So I denied South Africa. My buddy Steven Fire Red.
He's like, hell no, I ain't trying to go fuck with them lions.
He's going to go down to there. It's just I'm not comfortable. Like, the language barrier worries me and saying the wrong thing or coming off. And then I don't like that. I'm a people.
They don't really got medicines out there and stuff.
Yeah, it's all I need is to get some kind of foreign sickness and be bringing.
Yeah.
I wanted to be famous, but I don't want to be famous for bringing a plague into the United States. Yeah. So. But I said no to that, and then they asked me if I wanted to go to Italy. They're like, we're doing.
So the question came,
Intercontinental belt match, which is a new belt, the Intercontinental. They was like, do you want to go to Italy? Do you want to compete for the Intercontinental belt? It's only the second ever. You'd be going up against Giancarlo, which Giancarlo is Italy's Superman.
Yeah,
there's Chile Superman.
Shout out Giancarlo, man.
I'm America's Superman.
Yes, you are.
And Mike Jack is.
Where's your belt at?
I am. And Mike Jack is...
Yeah, put your belt in the picture. You know what I mean?
Mike Jack is Canada's Superman.
Yeah, let me see. I can see it. Yeah. So, yeah, this is nice. This is nice and heavy. Yeah, man.
So I'm like...
Get a picture of me with the belt.
I asked my wife, I'm like, do you care if I go to Italy? I'm like, this is going to be just me kind of thing. Because not only am I going to have... I'm looking to sponsors here to help me get to Italy, but it's expensive. It's $1,700 to fly back and forth, plus hotels... I'm not going to ask the venue to pay for my wife's hotel on top of it, and it's just not the way I am. I don't believe what I'm doing here is anything to the point where people should be paying my way.
Yeah.
But I said, yeah, I'll do it. So I got my passport. I should have it soon, and we're going to go from there. So I am going in August to Italy to compete for the first time out of the country for the Intercontinental belt to hopefully walk out of there with 2 belts.
You will.
I think I will. I think I could do it. I'm not.
When is it?
August. Last week of August.
Okay. Is it going to be live?
Yes.
Where can the people watch it?
League of Fire's YouTube page. Check them out. LeagueofFire.com. League of Fire YouTube. It's just League of Fire, all one word.
Yeah, I want to watch it. I'm gonna watch that one.
It'll be. I'm not sure what time yet. I'll post all that information as it comes available.
Right.
But man, if someone would have said back in 2020 that you'd be competing all over the United States, walking around with an actual title that says you are the best in America. Like, you're the best in the United States at eating chili peppers. I would have said you're full of shit.
Yeah, isn't it crazy how life works? like you said, when you were growing up, you were around the chili peppers and stuff like that, and you were experimenting with the hot spices and stuff like that. And I believe, like, with our one life that we live, you know what I'm saying, when we're digging and we're trying to find ourselves and just find a successful lane for ourselves, it's like, I feel like God, he will bring things in full circle for you. You know what I'm saying? Things that are you may be acquainted to and stuff like that later on in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because life is an experience. You know what I'm saying? When we're young, we're growing, we're experimenting with this, we're experimenting with that. Now, as we get older, it's like becomes crunch time. I feel like, what am I gonna do for the next couple of years of life and be happy with this and enjoy and have fun with it, and it's great how this has found you. It's like almost like 50-50. Like, it's like we're searching for it and it's searching for us at the same time, and at the perfect time it finds, like, we find each other. And the dream and the dream chaser.
I think about it sometimes. It's like, is there a multiverse out there where you're thinking, okay, I made this decision today, but is there another life or another me in a different area that said a different answer and took a different life? You know what I mean? A different life's path. Right. Because you see a lot of that crap in movies, or like the multiverse, like you flipped heads or tails, you're going to do this, and you got heads, the other one got tails, and that life went
Squid Game.
Yeah. It's just, it's crazy. Like, to think that this is the life that everybody wants to play sports. Yeah. Everybody wants to be a doctor or astronaut when they're a kid.
Yeah, different thing.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a fire truck, apparently. That's my dad used to pick on me about my sisters, but...
Yeah, you used to walk around like a fire truck, like crawling, like...
Yes, that's what...
What's the sound a fire truck makes? Like...
Wee woo, wee woo.
Wee woo, wee woo. Yeah, you used to do that. Yeah.
I think the funny part is when I was a kid, I wanted to be a fireman, not a fire truck. Pick on a kid for saying the wrong thing, for Christ's sake. But no, like I was saying, like, everybody wants to do that. Everybody finds their knack, and mine was eating peppers. Yeah. And now I am one-time American champion. I defended last year in Erie. I retained. Okay. I am a multi-time world record holder, not Guinness Book World Records. Yeah, man. So people get very confused when it talks about world records. Just because it's Guinness doesn't mean it's the only way you can get a world record. Guinness is all politics. It's all money. You have this, you could do it. Like, you could just pick something random. Like, I held this stick the longest. As long as you have the money to pay someone from Guinness to come here,
to promote it.
Exactly. Like, you could do anything. Like,
I used to love the Guinness World Record books.
Like, I stubbed my toe 6 times today, and this Guinness guy was here to see it, and I paid him $10,000, and now I'm in the Guinness Book record for having stubbed my toe 6 times. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So people are creating just different records.
Exactly. Now, Mike Jack, he is a Guinness Book World Record holder. I think he's on 12 or 13, maybe more. He does all spicy stuff. Yeah. Most peppers in 60 seconds, most hot sauce drank in 60 seconds. Like, he's doing stuff that really pushes limits, and that's awesome. And I'm actually going to be working with him soon, hopefully within the next year, to do a Guinness Book World Record with him.
Yeah, let's go.
In the tag team one, man.
Yeah, that's right.
I just want to be in the Guinness Book once, but
you will.
League of Fire has their own world records, and that's how Guinness started. You decide, okay, my name is whatever his name was. Is like, this is I've never seen anybody do this before. This is a record, right? And then it got traction, became a business, and now it's all over the world.
League of Fire
could do the same thing if they wanted to.
Absolutely.
They get enough traction,
100%.
enough sponsors. This could be a TV show, and you could have the League of Fire games. Yep. Like, you can have literally.
He's speaking it. Let's go. League of Fire. Let's get it.
You can have a
One
TV
Life
series.
Podcast episode 35. We giving it to you.
Yeah, so this stuff can happen, but with the League of Fire challenges, there's challenges all over the world. Like, even for my products. You ever hear the Pocky One Chip Challenge?
Yeah. That's I told you about that. We were going to get the One Chip Challenge for today.
Pocky discontinued their chips. Pocky discontinued because just like everything else in this world, people found a way to go after money.
They got sued.
A kid with underlying medical issues. Oh, man. This should have been the headline. Young child, it wasn't of 18 years of age. Yeah. Kid and friends endure spicy chip. Underlying medical issues caused death. No, it was the Pocky chip caused the death. First off, the kid bought the chip illegally without his parents'
because you have to be 18 years old to buy the chip, right?
18 years older to do any of these challenges. Secondly, him and his friends stupidly did it. The kid had underlying medical issues with his heart.
Yeah.
which caused him to have panic attack and caused his heart rate to go up, which caused him to have a reaction and die.
Yeah.
But it was the chip's fault.
Yeah.
It wasn't the fact that he had a medical issue that when his lifestyle stops him from doing anything exertive.
Yeah.
But he was able to illegally purchase the chip. So they pulled the chip to avoid any further damage.
Yeah.
They didn't release the autopsy results. They kept them secret.
Right.
They decided it wasn't public knowledge.
How old he was?
14.
Okay, yeah.
So right there, I know obviously guilty and innocent until proven guilty kind of deal, but they said it was the chip's fault without any proof. They requested the proof. They did the autopsy, wouldn't release it. Right there tells me the kid died from underlying issues, but didn't want to look bad because they blamed Pocky. But Pocky felt bad, but they made a product that was so dangerous that it ended up causing him to have a medical issue on top of it,
right?
Which killed him. So they settled out of court.
I see.
Is my guess. Is my determination.
Yeah, how you gonna blame the chip? You know what I'm saying? That's like what they did to Harambe, man. Right? Yeah, why you drop your kid in there?
People are just anything to make a quick buck, man.
Same thing with Shamu in SeaWorld.
Yeah.
Why are you? It's a killer whale. Why are we swimming with the killer?
I just
swim with the dolphin. You know what I mean? The dolphin.
In the famous words of Ron White, you can't fix stupid.
Yeah, y'all want to jump out the airplanes and everything. I'm good. I'll film. You know what I'm saying? And even with this challenge, talk about this challenge that you got here.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna hold on to these. And
these are for you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Talk about
yeah. So Pocky pulled.
We gonna try these though. I got some chicken nuggets for us to try these.
You can't keep this one. This is malicious. This is my baby.
I'm gonna try whatever ones. You can try. With you.
You're definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna try it together. Yeah.
So Pocky pulled their chip from the shelves, and I'm like, F that chip.
Yeah.
That thing tastes like crap.
Right.
You ever have it?
No, never.
If you get your hands
I've seen people eat it.
I have a bunch of them. I have one of every one since they came out.
Okay.
They're not in the greatest condition, but I still have.
What's the difference between them all?
They just taste worse every year.
Okay.
The last year, one was green, one was blue. They made your tongue turn different colors.
Mm-hmm.
It was shit. It's literally just a corn chip with pepper powder, and it tastes like ass. So I'm like, I'm gonna make a chip, but I'm gonna make a chip that's delicious. I'm gonna make a chip that's more affordable, and I'm gonna make a chip that hurts on top of it.
Shit.
So I decided, my wife with her tortilla chips, because she makes tortilla chips and that, I'm like, these are good. We should make a challenge out of them. So I started making them spicy. So we came out with the Crossroads.
Okay. Shout out to Crossroads. That's the name of the brand?
No, this is the name of the chip.
Okay.
It's Scoville Unit Crossroads.
Crossroads.
So more or less, it's just like when you are set with a choice and you have to choose between two options. It's either the thing I've been seeing. It's to go left, you go to Raccoon City. Go right, you go to Amityville.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. You're at a crossroads.
Yeah.
So that's what the chip's based off of, is choosing your crossroads. So I'm like, all right, well, I want it to taste good. So the first one kind of had like a Spanish taste. So it had like the cumin taste.
Right.
It was very like Spanish flavored.
Right.
The second one is a barbecue bourbon flavor. Sweet barbecue bourbon. So it's two chips, extremely well coated.
Yeah. Yeah, show the people. Yeah,
with all sorts of seasonings, peppers. There's 32 different types of peppers on this.
Okay, 32 different types of peppers on those chips.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's delicious. So Pocky's chip was anywhere from $10 to $20 for one single chip.
Yeah.
These are $7 for two chips.
Okay, yeah, we making a killing.
So it's half the cost, double
we
the
killing
chips.
the block, yeah.
So people are buying them. I'll give them away too. Like, I make so many of them. Like, people order stuff, I'll randomly throw two in there.
Yeah.
Just had an order.
What's the name of your business? What is it?
The Scoville Unit.
Tell people.
Scoville Unit LLC. You can check us out. ScovilleUnit.com.
Scoville.
Scoville. THESCOVILLEUNIT.
ScovilleUnit.com.
ScovilleUnit.com.
Shout out to ScovilleUnit.com, man.
So yeah, we make all of our stuff in commercial kitchen. We only do baked goods though, because baked goods are a little bit easier to work with. You don't have to send anything out really. It's just baked goods inside of a bakery.
Got you.
But yeah, the chip is delicious. I brought one for both of you. You guys can have those.
Yeah. We're gonna do that on a different day of love.
Fine.
Yeah, because I want to be able to finish this interview. I know that shit is gonna stop me from talking.
So my wife decided she wanted to do a challenge.
Yeah.
She's like, I have ideas, and she sent me a list of them. I'm like, well, let's do this one. Nobody has this. This is very unique. So this is called.
This one. This is what I was looking at. What is that?
Ashes of the Phoenix.
Okay.
So that's my wife.
Show the camera that one.
So that's an animated version of my wife on the front.
You don't gotta put it too close, but yeah.
this is the first ever spicy pixie stick. So this pixie stick is made
That's sugar, bro?
sugar, Kool-Aid powder, and pepper powder.
Holy moly.
That's it. And
that's it.
I
Yeah.
do all this. This is all done by me.
Yep.
I make all this by myself, both challenge by
And
myself.
they can purchase these off of, what is the
Scoville
website
Unit,
again?
the ScovilleUnit.com.
ScovilleUnit.com.
These are $6 a piece. I always throw extra stuff in. So if you order off me, I'll throw a bottle or two of sauce and some extra goodies.
Get with my man,
I always-
Kris, man.
I always go the extra mile. So this is technically beginner's challenge. These are about 2 points a piece.
Okay.
So every one you do is 2 points, and then every third one you do, you get a bonus point. With these are 2 points per chip, 4 points per pack, but you get a bonus point for every pack you do.
Wow.
So they add up fast.
Yeah. And now when you're talking about these points, like what game are we talking about? What competition are we talking about?
So
What
that's for the
mentioning
League of
point-
Fire. That's for the League of Fire rankings.
Okay.
So every challenge has a point system based upon it. So mine are 2 points and 4 points.
Okay.
This is called the Tube of Terror. This is another League of Fire challenge. This is Carolina Reaper peanuts. This has.
snap.
I'm trying to remember what the.
Yeah, I'll eat a peanut with you. Pause.
Yeah, let's do peanut. You want to
Yeah,
do peanut?
yeah. After we'll do the chicken first.
Okay, here it is. 13 million Scoville Unit capsaicin crystals. And it also
What is that? What does that even mean? That
means pain.
Sauce is like what, like
Capsaicin is what makes peppers hot.
Okay.
So there's a way for them to extract just the capsaicin.
Right.
So the highest recorded, legally you can get is 16 million Scoville units.
16 million
16 million Scoville heat units.
Scoville heat units.
This has 13 million.
13 million.
A Carolina Reaper, which was previously the hottest pepper in the world, is 2.5 million Scoville units, heat units.
Wait, how much is that?
13 million.
Shit.
So this has,
Shit.
let's see, Carolina Reaper pepper, Ghost pepper,
I'm sweating already. Shit.
7-pot brain strain, 7-pot Douglas, and scorpion pepper.
Holy moly.
Sea salt and
donut
capsaicin crystals. So capsaicin crystals are just a pure form of capsaicin. It's literally a chemical reaction of a powder and a liquid mixed together. It makes it hot.
shit. Okay.
You can get sick from eating it. You can get in a lot of pain.
If you sit there and eat the whole thing like you're eating some chips.
People say you can't die from capsaicin, but if you don't know what you're doing and you do enough of it, I'm willing to bet your body will shut down at some point.
Yeah, after it's all out of sweat.
You'll stroke out, something like that. That's my guess. I'm not saying that scientifically. I know that because I've eaten so much capsaicin before that I thought I was dying, but I didn't. And I felt great after.
How did you think you was dying? Like, you were about to pass out? Like, oh.
Literally, it's hard to explain. Like, we'll use your car accident for example. Were you in a panic when you broke your arm? Did it feel like you're
Oh,
so
bro,
much pain?
you ever play Call of Duty? You know when one of those flash bombs go off?
Yeah.
It was like that moment, like after it went off.
I was in a car accident, but I didn't have any serious injury. I had a boxing fracture from it.
Okay, yeah. So after it happened, you know what I mean? Everything was just like a daze, and like I was looking around and I'm like, what just happened? And it was like, bro, it was like a movie, man. And when I finally came to oh snap, we just crashed. Like I went to go try to move, and I was in a minivan. And I was in the bucket seat of the minivan, and I went to go try to move, and I noticed I couldn't move this side of my body. Like I was like, and then I went to go try to get out the door, and the child safety lock was on. Couldn't get out the door right there, so I had to crawl through the front. And as I'm crawling through the front, I had no like control of this side of my arm. And yeah, so I was in shock. So when I finally got outside the car, my arm was like this, and I basically pulled it back, and laid on the ground and thought I was about to die. I thought I was fixation, whatever you just called it.
So cap cramps.
Yeah, I thought I ate a bunch of them peanuts at that moment.
Cap cramps are, in female perspective, the equivalent of labor pains.
Yeah, say it again.
Cap cramps.
Cap cramps.
Capsaicin cramps.
Yeah.
They're the equivalent of labor pains. Now, I've never been in labor before, so I can't speak on that.
Yeah.
I felt cap cramps before a number of times.
Yeah.
But I'd say probably about 10 to 15 women that I know that have given birth that have been in labor have said that cap cramps are worse than labor pains.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It literally feels like your insides are melting.
Yep. I believe it.
It's where you have such a bad cramp. I'm not talking gas cramps, shit cramps, whatever you want to call them, times 1,000.
Right.
And you're literally trying to stretch your abdomen. You're doing all sorts of yoga poses, bouncing around. It's like you get the wind knocked out. You know that feeling you get when you get the wind knocked out of you?
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to do anything you can to get that air back in.
Yeah.
It's like that, but for hours.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Goes in, serious pain, stretching, muscles convulsing, you're dry heaving, you're stretching your head back, lifting your legs up, turning your body, laying down, sitting,
Trying
standing.
to get that fart out.
You're just trying to figure out a way to get
the shit out of
like
me.
you get a cramp in your calf muscle and you're sitting there trying to do everything you can and it won't go away.
Yeah.
That's what calf cramps are.
Oh shit.
In your stomach.
Yeah.
It's literally the chemical reaction of the acids in your stomach and causing your stomach to tighten
up, yeah.
Yeah, and it sucks. It hurts.
Yeah, so I want to read this card real quick. Speaking of League of Fire, shout out to League of Fire, man. This was this card says season 22 to 23, League of Fire, Loft Heroes collector's cards. And I like it. You signed this. I'm going to put this up here in the podcast room, man.
Yep.
So it says Kris ranked number 1 in LOF 22 to 23 WCCC rankings. He topped the season with 1849 world ranking points and 10 world record certificates. Kris is a LOF hero. Now explain this right here.
So every year they release League of Fire hero cards. So right now they are doing specific colors for specific top ranks. So 1 through 5, 10 through 25, stuff like that.
Right.
So I think they're only doing the top 50 right now, top 100. I don't remember what they're doing now.
Yeah.
But every year you get put on a card.
Yeah.
That year specifically, that's the year that I won the number 1 ranked overall in the world.
Nice.
And I was ranked number 1 at the time. I had the belt too.
Yeah.
So
right
they
here.
told me, yep. They told me to put something down that I wanted to put, and they're like, this is what you have. This is what your points you had. You want to just use? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, just use that.
Yeah.
So at that point in time in 2023, at the end of the season, from 2022 into 2023, I had 10 world record certs. I was ranked number 1 overall. I had almost 2,000 world record points or challenge points.
Right.
And that was the outcome of it.
Did they start paying you?
Everybody always asks me, do I make money? I don't make shit doing this.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah,
I
this is just the start.
So my business, my LLC, selling the sauces, the challenge is making the stuff. I make money, but
Yeah.
I spend more than I make though.
Right, and you gain your fans through winning and being the champion.
I'm not in this to make a lot of money. I'm a lighting engineer outside of doing this.
You said a lighting engineer?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm lighting engineer, kind of into project manager, kind of.
Yeah. What company?
Family business.
Shout out family business, man. And
American Eagle Solutions.
Okay, and what does your job consist of?
Everything.
Yeah, because I was doing HVAC for a little while, and shout out all the dudes out there doing HVAC. Doing HVAC in the Poconos is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because out here, we get 0 degrees weather and shit like that. And when you got 0 degrees weather and you're an HVAC tech, you still got to get on that roof and like change the filters. It'd be like 20 filters on a Lowe's rooftop, and your hands is numb, your feet is about to fall off your ankles. Yeah, I had an experience with that. I said, you know what? Some things is just not for me.
So, more or less, I do a lot of traveling. I don't do a lot of stuff in Pennsylvania. I'm mainly Georgia, Texas, Tennessee, North Carolina, California. We go to commercial buildings and walk through, like for a Lowe's warehouse, Walmart warehouse, Amazon's, all sorts of ones. And I go through and I take photos of all their lights, their wiring, panels, areas of the building where we might have to get to, and we go in and we update their lighting.
Okay.
So what I do on the front end is I go in and I audit. I count the lights, type of lights, exactly where they're placed, how low they're hanging, from off the wall both ways, in the racks, drawing the racks, all that's this way. When I'm done, my design team can go in and take that audit, and they can 3D draw it out and propose it to the customer to sell the project. Okay. And that's pretty much what I do. And then on the back end, I'm just starting to do the project management aspect of it.
Yeah, congrats.
I'm moving out of the design area. I'm auditing, and then I'm going into project management aspect. Keeping track of material on site, progress of the job, permitting, all that stuff. So
that's dope.
It's really cool working for family. Like a lot of people say you can't work for family. It's really hard. It's not.
Yeah, no, you just got to be, I guess, like a team player.
You got to separate business from personal.
That too.
Like you can go into work and do your job and get pissed at your in this case would be my brother-in-law. I love my brother-in-laws to death. I don't have anything ever bad to say about them.
Right.
Even working with them, I don't.
Yeah.
Now, they're very driven. And I always base myself, because my brother-in-laws are about 10 years older than me, maybe a little bit less.
Right.
But I always looked up to them. I grew up looking up to them. And even from a working standpoint, their work ethic is insane.
Yeah, yeah. Very hungry people.
Yeah. Very, very hungry. They're amazing at what they do.
Right.
But we can go into work, have a situation, be annoyed, F this, F that, get out of work. All right, let's get a beer and laugh like it never even happened.
Right, yeah.
And it's really hard for a lot of people to separate business from pleasure.
Yeah, I feel like, because I say a lot of times to those people who don't know how to separate business from pleasure, and sometimes people out here, you got to find a hobby in life, I feel like. And when you find a hobby in life, when you go to work, work won't be so irritating, I feel like, because you'll be looking forward towards your hobby, the things that you do outside of work. So when you got a fun life, I feel like you go to work and you don't try to fire people and you don't try to get in people's way. But when you're not living like an interesting life, I guess, on the outside of your job, you start to turn your job into your entertainment and stuff like that.
So
and
the funny thing is my outside of the work life, my personal life, my hobby boils over into my job.
Right.
People get introduced to me like when new people get close to I wouldn't say customers, but like family members or coworkers, like, yeah, this is Kris. This is what I was telling you about. This is the chili pepper. You're like my uncle. He works at Bear's Gun Room over in Wilkes-Barre. And I went in there the other day to see him and look at some stuff. He's like, hey, come here. He's like, this is my nephew. I was telling you about him. He's a chili pepper eater, and I was telling them about it.
Yeah.
When
Connections.
when I go to job sites and I'm driving and they see my car and they're like, what's that on your car? And I tell them, they're like, you got a photo with you?
100%.
And it's like
spreading the light.
And then I gain followers that way. Like, I'm at a job site and we're talking about stuff, and people are doing this and that, and they're on their breaks, and I see them, they're handing hot sauce around. I'm like, oh, hold on. And I have my backpack, and I unzip my
Try
backpack,
this one.
and I'm like, here, have this. And I'm like, oh, well, I do this and this, and I always have hot sauce on me. Like, I actually have a hot sauce holster. I don't use it a lot, but
a hot sauce holster?
A holster, yeah.
Yeah.
Literally just like a key clip, and you put your bottle of hot sauce, and you walk around with it.
Yeah, you ever take it to competitions and stuff?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
People, when I go to my family picnics, I bring a bottle of hot sauce. I actually have, it looks like a beer cooler. It's a 6-pack of hot sauce holster.
Yeah.
I bring that with me.
Yeah.
Why not?
Right.
But my Scoville Unit stuff expands. Excuse me.
You're good, yeah.
And, it's always a part of my life, no matter where I'm at, where I go.
Yeah.
It's funny because growing up, people called me by my nickname.
Yeah, and what was that? Yeah.
People call me Frog.
Frog.
Froge. People don't call me that anymore.
And why'd they call you Frog?
That was just the name they gave me. I don't know because my last name
sound like Frog. Wait.
Fragale.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There's people randomly calling me.
Yeah. Frog. They go Frog.
Yeah. Actually,
where the peppers at, Frog?
Come to think of it, when I was a kid, when I was growing up, I had such thick, bushy hair. They used to say I looked like I had an afro.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, Fragale, Frog. Yeah.
Got you. Yeah.
Now I'm bald.
Yeah. So how did that happen? Because like sometimes I see dudes out there with I call it the bird's nest haircut.
So,
and when they got the hair around and then they got the hole in the middle, yeah, I call that the bird's nest. I feel like you got to go, just let it go, man.
It's because of wearing hats.
You think it's? I thought it was from stress or something.
Stress can cause that.
Okay.
So in my case, I didn't like long hair when I was a kid, so I cut it down. Mm-hmm. And I always wore hats. And you constantly wear a hat like this. You're putting it on. You're sliding it. You're causing that friction.
Yeah.
Causing that wear spot where you slide the hat.
Oh, okay.
So my baldness is pretty much right here.
Got you. Yeah.
Where I slide the hat. The back, top, it'll grow.
It grows in. Yeah.
Yeah. I look like Captain Picard.
Yeah.
I got the whole.
Yeah.
And then you got the people that have, when they wear their hats this way, they slide their hat from the back to the front.
Right.
That's where the bald spot starts here.
Yeah.
John Cena?
Yeah,
wrestling?
John Cena. Yeah, shout out John Cena. Yeah. You can't see me.
You got the bald spot on the top of his head?
Yeah.
How do you ever watch him put his hat on?
Okay. Oh, all right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so be careful the way you putting your hats on and stuff. And I like to wear hats a lot, but now I'm growing my hair out, so I'm going to be careful. When I put it on, I'm going to just like sit it.
But some people, their hair just, it stays. It's
I feel
hereditary.
I'm telling you, I feel like, don't be stressed out here. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I got a couple uncles and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And they lost their hair like.
So my little niece always asks me why I'm bald.
Yeah.
My little niece, why are you fat? Why are you bald?
Damn.
I'm the uncle. And I said because
I'm the pepper chili eater.
because I made fun of people when I was a kid for being fat and bald.
Yeah.
Guess what? She never asks me anymore.
Yeah. She's like, okay, I'm not gonna go make fun of.
I'm not gonna go there.
Big
no
kids
more.
at school. Yeah.
So yeah, the funny thing is, it's just you bringing that up is what made me think of it. That's it. I always wear hats. My cousin the same way.
At what age did you say fuck it? I'm going bald.
Probably my mid-20s, 25.
Went Mr. Clean,
25.
yeah.
I went Mr. Clean.
Yeah.
It just felt right. And now it's like I have my bald shaver, I go in the shower.
Yup, and in the summertime, your head could breathe fully. Like, yeah.
I could take one of those rubber squeegees and just go, I'm dry.
Do you put like Vaseline on it and shine it?
No.
You don't shine
It's
it?
shiny.
Yeah, natural.
So it's just like when you suntan, like your skin gets shiny after doing it so often because your skin gets stronger.
Yeah.
This is my hair. My head's the same way.
Yeah, you don't put nothing on it, no lotion, no nothing?
I don't get burned or anything anymore.
That's
my head's
good.
just naturally shiny.
Yeah.
I'm Italian too, so my skin's always been
Yeah. Say something in Italian.
fungu.
Fungu? What's that mean?
Fuck you.
Fungal fung me. Wait, how you say fungal me?
I have no idea. I don't speak Italian.
Fungal
I
me.
was actually doing some.
Fungal you.
I was trying to learn some Italian.
He said,
before we go down there, but my friends are like, yeah, you don't need to do that. They know American. They know English down there. I said, great, because I don't want to learn another language anyway. I didn't do it in high school, and I want to do it now.
Right. Yeah. So, what was your first competition like? Yeah, we about to get into the chicken testing and the.
So
and the
my
hot
first
sauce.
competition.
What was that experience like? Just from getting invited to getting ready to go and preparing yourself to showing up. What was that
So it was
experience?
Death Fest, Texas. It's the first time I was invited to do a pepper competition. I had no idea what I was getting into, but I sure as hell knew I was going in strong.
Yeah.
I was the underdog. Every time people would talk about, oh, who do you think's gonna win? Because they would have their panel of who's gonna win, who's gonna lose, kind of deal, and all the juggernauts, Johnny Scoville, Jiff, all those guys. Who do you think's gonna win? And it was between Atomic Menace and Mike Jack or Bat Pants, and no mention of me because I was new. Nobody knew who I was.
Underdog. Yeah.
And I went in there saying, all right, you want to doubt me? Fine. We got to the competition, started going through. You had your final four. It was me, Bat Pants, Mike Jack. No, it's actually final three. Me, Bat Pants. Let me think. Oh, no. Me, Bat Pants, Atomic Menace, and Mike Jack.
Yeah.
The three people that they said might have won, and then me, the random.
So this is in Texas.
This is in Texas S Fest.
So you know, let's slow it down a little bit. When you were preparing to go, how did you prepare yourself? Like, did they tell you, like, what was the competition consistent of and stuff?
10 rounds, no set peppers per round, no specific peppers per round. Just 10 rounds, eat the pods, show an empty mouth, move on to the next round. They talk about the pod, eat the pods, next round.
What's the pods?
Any habaneros, chocolate scotch bonnets.
And you say pod.
Pepper pods.
Okay.
All sorts of different ones. And then they have a sauce round in the middle of it, or a challenge round.
Okay.
And then the last round, if there's people left after the 10th round, speed round.
Speed round.
Always speed round. And people complain about the speed round, but my point to this is anybody, just like anything, people complain about football, people complain about basketball, baseball, the refs, the umps, the rules. You don't fucking like it, make your own
adjustment. Yeah.
Do your own thing.
Yeah.
You don't like the way the NFL does it, make your own league. Have your own goddamn rules.
Right.
You don't like the rules of the pepper competition, make your own league of fire. Have your own fucking pepper competition.
Right.
Don't sit here and critique it. I don't see you up here on the stage. You don't need to tell us what we need to do and what we should be doing.
Absolutely
not. I don't like when people sit there and do that. You want to have
your backseat drive.
Yeah, you want to do it yourself.
Right.
So, speed round, people can't eat fast a lot of times. They're more, you got your people that eat fast, and there's people that
That's
can't
me.
eat fast.
I'm a slow eater.
Yeah, and then you got your people that are slow eaters and can build. They can sit and go for a long period of time.
Okay.
Only problem with that is you could have 4 people sitting there on that stage for 3 hours eating peppers and not tap out.
Right.
You're going to lose your people. You're going to lose your interest.
Yeah, right.
Crowd.
Right.
Especially when you only have an hour and a half timeline sitting on the stage. Well, you had an hour timeline and you already went a half hour over, and the people at the event were wanting to kill you.
Right.
That's a whole nother story. We never went back to Cess Fest after that. We brought the crowd, the biggest crowd, the entire event, watching us compete.
All of your
whole
fans.
crowd, everybody.
Yeah.
And the venue operators were complaining because we had too much extra time.
Oh yeah.
And there was nobody everybody was like, you're talking about your vendors losing money. All your vendors were watching us. What the hell are you talking about?
What does it look like when you arrive to one of these festivals? Like, what is it?
They're different. Everyone's different.
This one that we're talking about.
Fest,
this was your first one.
There was a few hundred people.
So you got there and it's 100,000 people everywhere.
About 1,000 people standing in front of the stage watching us to compete.
Right.
I focused my eyes on one spot.
And now, when you got there, you can't judge a book by its cover. Did you see any big brolic like pepper eaters or any super small pepper eaters?
I was familiar with pretty much everybody that was involved because they did this whole thing where they introduced the competitors.
Yeah.
And you meet them and you talk to them, and a lot of us are friends in the chili community now. We all pretty much know each other. It's a very big rarity if someone new is involved that we don't know.
Got you.
But in that case, I was new to everybody.
Right. And yeah, that's another thing. When you said chili pepper contest, I was thinking of eating chili, but it's just the pepper. That's
just
what
peppers.
Got you.
Just super hot peppers. That's it.
Yeah.
In a road to the belt match, you can eat anywhere from 15 to 25 peppers.
Wow.
In a American belt match, you can eat anywhere from 25 to 50 peppers.
In an hour.
Yeah, about an hour.
Yeah.
And then in a world belt match, you can eat anywhere from 45 to 75 peppers.
Wow. Yep.
And Intercontinental, I have no idea. There's only been one match.
Right. Yeah.
But you literally have to be willing to go. When you're going to be a champion, you got to be really ready for anything.
And they provide milk and water and stuff.
Doesn't help.
Yeah, he's
a lie. So when it comes to these competitions for the speed round, it's 7 peppers usually, or a certain milligrams. First person to eat them wins. And for the Zest Fest competition, I came in second and I lost by 6 seconds.
Nice, but you still placed.
I almost beat
in top 3
a world ranked speed eater
for your first time.
My first time ever.
Yeah, you was destined for this.
And his wife is in the crowd screaming, "What are you doing? He's going to beat you. How are you letting him this close?" They didn't expect it.
Yeah.
And then
he said, "I got the dragon inside me. This is."
After that, they couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Were you sweating? Like, did you start sweating? And
I was cramping as soon as I got off stage. I laid down. So the funny part about this is, I've had cramps a handful of times before that. My first time ever having cramps was the worst. I never had them before. I didn't know what they were.
Yeah.
I did Cava Corner in Dallas. They had a 16 million Scoville Unit wings. 5 of them. Oh, nobody's ever completed them. Nobody ever did 2 of them. I completed in my first shot.
1,600 Scoville.
16 million Scoville Unit extract wing sauce. I did it on an empty stomach. I didn't know the cap cramps were a thing. I'll tell you right now, I didn't know what was happening to me. I thought I was dying. I almost called the ambulance.
Yeah.
My wife called poison control, and they said, "There's nothing we could do. You just have to ride it out." It lasted for 8 hours.
That shit was terrible.
8 hours it lasted. I was on the bathroom floor in this restaurant. Single bathroom.
Yeah.
And 2 hours laying on the floor.
Yeah.
Throwing up. Burning my eyes, burning.
And so what kept you going after all that? Because a person like me, I'd be like, yeah, fuck, I'm done. I'm not going to keep.
That next day, I felt like $1 million. I felt like I was a whole new person.
The accomplishment.
No, detox.
Okay.
Detox the shit out of me.
Yeah, all that toilet
all that
time.
shit came out of me.
Yeah.
Stomach-wise, throwing up, sweating. I felt like $1 million.
Right.
You literally feel like a whole new person after you detox like that.
Yeah.
And it just stuck with me.
Yeah.
I started training harder. They said, "Hey, Mike Jack has to vacate the title. He can't compete.
Yeah. We're
going to have a match in San Diego. We want you to go." I ended up getting picked. I wasn't just automatically, and they picked me.
Right.
And I went into this with pretty much going into first place in the League of Fire, doing challenges. At that point in time, I had 17 records. I was holding a 17 at one time.
Okay.
Since then, I've lost a bunch of them because I've pushed people. My goal was to push people to do more.
That's good, yeah.
To be a better version of themselves, to beat me.
Yep.
And they've done that.
And so in that case, you still won.
Yeah.
That's
Even
right.
if I lost, I won.
There's different ways to win. You got your perception is reality. So, some people fix your perception, man.
Before me, there was really nobody doing it.
Right.
Now you have 15 to 20, 30 people all trying to push to get records.
Right, yeah.
So that I'm helping this community that I love grow.
Yeah, amen to that, man. So we're gonna get right into it now. Now that we've spoken about Kris's journey, man, through his chili pepper championship, on this one life journey, man. He's doing big things for himself and his community, and he's motivating us out here, man. This is different talent, man, and when they say the champ, that's why I wore this shirt today. The champ is here. You know what I'm saying? You can be a champion in many different sports and lanes. You just have to figure it out, man, and figure out what you're really good at. So today, Kris has brought some flavors for us to try, some hot flavors. You want to talk about these flavors you brought for us to try?
I brought
we got some
sauces.
good chicken too for us to
I brought
try
three
with.
sauces for us to try here.
Right.
We're going to start from right to left.
Okay.
So for this one is called Blazing Asian. This is from Grumpy Spice.
Blazing Asian. Jason, you could bring the chicken over?
This sauce is poster marked on Hulu for a series called Super Hot's Spicy World. Super Hot Spicy World of Pepper People.
Super Hot Spicy World of Pepper People.
This was the sauce that won the competition to be Church's Chicken's packet sauce. You know how McDonald's has their buffalo sauce?
Yeah.
This is Church's Chicken sauce.
This is Church's Chicken sauce.
Yep.
Let me
So my friends Bobby and Aurora, I know them very well. They won the competition.
Blazing Asian. Yep.
I was actually on this show. It's not on Hulu right now because of the streaming license for it expired.
Right.
But I was originally my one world record that I did for eating the most 7 Pop Primos in one sitting, which was just recently beaten. I was actually recorded doing it. They didn't show it.
Okay.
I was recorded for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and they didn't show any of it.
You're not allowed to record your own stuff?
Well, no, I was recording myself, but they actually recorded the record attempt.
Yeah.
And they didn't use it. The only thing they used of me is a little bit of background, and then my ass was on TV for about 15 seconds.
Yeah, politics and stuff.
When I was dying on the ground in a public bathroom, they decided to use that.
Yeah, because somebody else is trying to overcome your spot. That's why they're
So I'm like, I always told my mom if I was going to get famous, it's because of my ass. So that's a joke.
Oh, you had the plumber's ass crack.
That's the first one. So that is a very mild sauce. It's delicious. It's creamy. Really good flavor to it. Very good table sauce. I have a bunch of those available on my website. Anybody that's interested in trying them?
What's the website again?
The ScovilleUnit.com.
We're going to keep dropping it. Yeah. ScovilleUnit.com.
Yep. So definitely a good sauce. They have a couple different. They have a dessert sauce, a raspberry one. Mm-hmm. They have a Thai one that just came out, and they have chocolates that they just released.
Oh, chocolate, spicy chocolate, man. I guess it's like it's like it starts a little spicy, then it sweetens.
Yeah, well,
out.
they have different levels. They're not just gonna rock your socks right off the bat unless you like it that way.
Yeah, man. Shout out KFC for the nuggets, man. You know what I'm saying? We went to KFC and got these nuggets, man. I couldn't stop at Chick-fil-A, but shout out KFC, man. One Life Podcast, episode 35.
So the funny thing about sauces is you could definitely do it this way, but as you grow more aware of what sauces are and tasting them, you kind of approach it like a wine.
Hey, we cheers on the fist pound.
Got it.
My man, Kris Fragale.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ooh, I dropped mine.
Let's get
Ready.
it. God is good. God is great. Thank you for the food. Cause I could do spicy. I do spicy.
You're gonna learn today.
Kevin Hart. You're gonna learn today.
You're gonna learn today.
All right. What's the name of this one again?
Blazing Asian. That's a very delicious sauce.
Yeah.
Best way to taste sauce and get the full effect of it is use a teaspoon.
I don't even want to lick my finger.
Teaspoon it, smush it around in your mouth, then drink it. That's the best way to do a sauce sampling. You get all the flavors, all the pepperness. Delicious.
Pass them that over. So that was Blazing Asian. Okay. Yeah. I'd say on a spicy level of 1 to 10, that one right there.
I don't even feel anything.
Right. I'll give it. I'll give it
4 on that. Oh, you're gonna hurt real bad here soon, bud.
Yeah, I'll give
I
that.
promise you that.
I'll give that a 3.
Flavorful. It's not just.
I can
Lots
keep
of
eating
flavor.
that. Blazing Asian by who again?
That's by Grumpy
Pass
Spice.
the sauce back so I can put it back up.
Grumpy Spice.
Grumpy Spice.
Yep. This one is going to be Dawson's.
This one like that. Easy.
So the sauce company is Dawson's.
Okay.
But they collabed with Mike Jack.
Okay.
Mike Jack is the Canadian Superman.
Okay. That's him on the
Every time he takes a
picture
photo,
right
his mouth is open though.
Yeah. Pause. No diddy. Yeah. Because he's trying to get some fresh air from all that hot shit he's
So
eating.
this is called Taco Tuesday hot sauce.
Okay.
So this is one of the 3 sauces. He has Rise and Shine, Taco Tuesday, and tropical fruit.
Okay. And that one's called you said
Taco Tuesday.
That one's called Taco Tuesday. We about to try. Okay.
So this one's a little bit hotter.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
last
this one was that one was
I'm
like
gonna tell you a
nice.
story about that nice bright red one there.
Yeah.
That was actually round. This malicious. This is round 10 of my wing off.
Okay.
Last round.
Okay. All right.
That one's a bit thicker. You're gonna have to give her a good spanking to get her out of there.
One Life Podcast, episode 35, man. Kris Fragale, man. He done came through with the sauces. We taste testing right now because, you know, like I said, I wanna join. This is a sport that I could participate in with my white folk, man. You know what I'm saying? This ain't too crazy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going snowboarding though and stuff like that. I'm good on that.
Yeah, F that.
All right. This right here is called Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesdays.
So I'm assuming he uses this for his tacos.
Yeah.
You can use this for tacos,
use that.
anything really.
Pizza,
I can smell
taco,
it.
get it.
I can smell it from here.
Yeah, you really want to load that up though. You want to get that. You want to get that a full effect in there.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah. That shit good as hell. I could taste the taco like,
You get a slow back burn on this one.
but I could taste. I could almost taste the taco meat.
Taco's good on this one. This is a slow burner. This is a delayed by like 15 seconds. You'll start to feel a little bit on the sides of your tongue.
Pass that one back, Jane. That's good. Pass that to him so he can fill us up one more time with the last one. That shit good. Taco Tuesday.
Yep.
Oh, you want another?
No, hell no. Later, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm testing right now.
Yeah, eat these, man. These are.
I'm surviving because I'm doing good. Yeah, Taco
That was the second
Tuesday.
one. You getting a little bit more of a burn on that one on the back end of it?
On the back end, like you said. Yeah. I'm a spicy man too, man.
Now-
Pause, no diddy.
I'm going to tell you for this one. There is a gentleman in our chili community by the name of Chili Wonka.
Okay. Shout out Chili Wonka, man.
So there is a group out there called Cap Crew.
Okay.
It's where just a bunch of people, recovering people,
Okay.
go and just cause a lot of pain. Mm-hmm. They call each other out. If you see a purple one of these with a hat on it, you know Chili Wonka.
Chili Wonka.
He hurts everybody.
Got you.
If he says he wants to play a game and he tags you in it, you should be afraid. Because it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
This is the sauce that I asked him personally to make for the wing off. And I said, I don't care how hot it is, just hurt people. And he said, I could do that.
Yeah.
So he went into hurt business.
Right. Have you ever ate a sauce that like just ruined your taste buds for the whole week?
I never would eat the bomb by choice.
That's
Any of them.
hot ones.
Any of them.
Yeah, I feel it creeping up on me. Like I feel my body like lifting. Like bit by bit.
That should be good. If you use all of that, I would be surprised.
Yeah, you think so?
On that plate. If you use all this on that plate right now, I would be completely surprised.
Is that a challenge?
This is One Life Podcast, episode 35, man.
That's a
with your boy
challenge.
Todd Lawrence. Man, I do anything I put my mind to. Watch.
Okay.
Just watch. Y'all see what's going on. Look. What's this sauce called again? The Wonka sauce?
This is by Wonka. This is called, what does it say on the label? Malicious.
Okay. This is called Malicious?
Yeah.
Yeah, that last sauce we just did, Taco Tuesday, a scale of 1 to 10.
Did you smell it?
Oh, yeah. It smelled like them ghost peppers, like them ghost pepper almonds that I eat. You know what the almonds I'm talking about? The red, what is it? Red Barn? Red you know what I'm talking about? They got pickle flavor, they got ghost pepper.
Blue Diamond.
Blue Diamonds, yeah. Shout out Blue Diamonds, man. I eat your almonds all the time. Pause. You know what I mean? Show. Yeah. I'm taking the other one's creeping up over here. We go. Look. What's this one called again?
Malicious.
Malicious, man.
Malicious.
And you say you did this was round 10 for you.
The malicious intent in the sauce, so you're aware.
Yeah, I'm a beast, man. I'm a dog. Ow.
You're gonna learn how that bite is here in a second.
He said,
Okay.
You see the regret's gonna start kicking in here in a second. The uncomfortableness in the chair. His mouth is swishing around a little bit.
Yeah.
You're regretting that, aren't you?
No,
No.
I don't regret none. You know what I'm saying?
And go ahead, get some of that ice in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna see how bad this gets when he drinks that coldness.
Yeah, I know.
Your eyes are starting to water a little bit.
Hell yeah. I'm
Feeling it in your chest.
it's like in my tongue.
That's good. That's going to be your regret right there, drinking that. That's going to make it worse.
Yeah.
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 That's why it's called malicious.
Yeah.
The cold's going to make it worse. You got to breathe through it. You got to swallow that in through your mouth, out through your nose. You don't want to drink that.
Nah, trust me. I need fluids in my body.
You do need fluids, though.
But wait.
You probably want that water. See how his legs are going? He's getting a little panicked right now.
Yeah, I'm a beast, man.
I told you.
I'm on the top.
He's over here dying too.
I took a little bit.
I'm a dog.
Look
What's the name of it again? Malicious.
Focus.
at this forehead.
Malicious.
Sweating.
This is my birthmark. It's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm rocking with you, big dog, today. Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
We do enough of it. It is.
It could be worse.
He did a lot.
Yeah, he definitely did.
He did about as much as I did.
Yeah. So, like I'm saying, that was round 10, right?
Yeah.
Now that on the scale of this one, on a scale of 1 to 10, oh shit. Yeah. That's a out of everything I ever tried. Yeah. And that was a little bit of sauce. Whew. Yeah, that's an 8. Yeah, you breathing too. Yeah, he's oh yeah.
Sniffling?
That's the champ though. I'm hanging with the champ today.
I'm sniffling.
Woo! We need one of these.
The One Life Podcast.
Yeah, this is episode 35, man. And I done got into some deep, dirty business with the champ. I'm here rocking with the champ, Kris Fragale, man.
This is what I do, man. This is what I eat every day. I eat
How many points did I just get?
none.
What?
These aren't challenges. They're sauces.
Hold up. What do you mean?
Question. So, you know how when you eat something real spicy, you're breathing in and out, and you kind of get that
Labored euphoric. You get a very euphoric.
Yeah, so
That's called a cap high.
Yeah, can you speak on that a little bit?
So that's called the capsaicin high. You get that euphoric feeling. You kind of get like
You need a napkin?
you get kind of like woozy. You get kind of like you got the stars, like you're seeing stars. Get a little bit of ringing in your ears. That's considered a cap high. You're getting a dosage of capsaicin that your body's not used to. That's causing you to get a little bit of high. And capsaicin is actually a chemical that's used to help with rehabilitating recovering drug addicts.
Capsaicin?
Yep.
So the spiciness.
So Cap Crew, a bunch of my friends, people I call family, the Cap Crew, there are a lot of recovering alcoholics, drug addicts. Not all of them. Some of them are just people that like to burn.
Yeah.
This is what they do. They burn.
I could see how it could help with stuff like that, because it kind of gives you that feeling.
And they literally do it every day.
Yeah.
Like I have a buddy, Bulldog, Rob Davis, my buddy. He burns live every day. He's over a year he's been doing it. Every day he'll go on and do like a 3 or 4 minute video of him doing a live, a chug, a dropper, a bottle, a tincture.
Like he chugs stuff like this.
So what some of them do that are the recovering, they drink and everything like that, but they'll take like a full Robbie of tincture, and they'll put it into a thing of beer and then chug the beer.
Oh shit! It gets them. The buzz is stronger.
Every Christmas we do a thing called the Nagi off, a Nagi. It's literally a eggnog chug challenge with tincture, and it's a volume chug, and it's a burn chug. So what happens is your first chug is 8 ounces, and you have to do a full Robbie of tincture, and then you have to wait, and then you can continue to do as much as you want after that. And the way it works is 5-6 man team. The person with the most points at the end wins. The team that won it last year, Wonka was the one that actually crushed everything. He did a quart of eggnog and did like 370 milliliters of tincture, which is a lot.
3 million
370 plus milliliters
of tincture.
Yeah, so it's a lot, and it's literally just eggnog, and people are trying to do a
Spicy eggnog.
spicy eggnog,
Yeah.
and this is what we do. This is
What was your toughest challenge?
toughest challenge today is the Killer Queen chugs. The Killer Queen chug 2.0 fucked me up. bad.
Yeah.
We were supposed to record for Hulu at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
I was going on to do the record for the Killer Queens. I prepped in the morning at 7 a.m., 7:30 to go on for 9:30 to do 20 of them.
And what do you mean you prepped?
Stomach prep. Eat. You gotta. A lot of competition has a lot to do with prepping your stomach, eating. Hours before. I start prepping the day before the competition.
Like, what's good to eat?
Mashed potatoes, rice, bread, pasta, no sauce, butter, fries. I like mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I do mashed potatoes and oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Stuff that'll absorb it.
Yeah.
Make it less painful. Carbs.
Yeah.
But I went into this thinking I was doing at 9 a.m. I ended up not going on until 2. On an empty stomach. The first one, it wouldn't come out, and I was shaking it. I chipped my tooth with the bottle.
Oh.
I got 4 bottles in. My mouth was at a 2.
And a bottle's this big?
50 milliliters.
Okay. And you got to chug the bottle?
Yeah. 50 milliliters. I chipped my tooth.
Whoa.
My mouth was at a 2. My stomach was at a 10.
Yeah.
I got up. I walked away. Well, I ran. Bunch of people, camera crews, everything in front of me. I went in the bathroom. I was in there for 2 hours. I was on the floor screaming. I was like, I'll never do this again. Never do it again. The cramps were so bad. That's where my ass crack was recorded during the Hulu event.
Yeah, okay.
Taking it.
Is this still on Hulu?
There's probably you could probably look up the trailers for it. But I have to see. I know people have downloaded it.
What was the name of it again?
Super Hot Spicy World of Pepper People.
I could probably find it on YouTube.
You might be able to find it on YouTube.
Okay.
It's on there. But yeah, that was the worst I've ever had was Killer Queens, and I will never do Killer Queen chugs again.
And what was your best competition?
Best, I'd probably say when I won in San Diego when I won the title. That was my best. That was my best competition.
When you won this belt right here.
I won the belt. Yep. I had no cramps. I was comfortable. I was energetic. I didn't struggle or anything. This past time when I retained, I didn't practice at all. I got cramps for like an hour and a half afterwards.
Yeah.
So.
And you placing first in there.
Yeah, I placed first for the San Diego when I won the belt, and then I retained it in July.
And what did you have to do to place in first? What did you accomplish? Like
40 plus pods.
40. And the pods are
peppers.
Just peppers, just random.
3 peppers and then 2 hot sauce chugs. They do 2 shots of hot sauce.
Bro, and how fast did you do it?
What, the sauce?
Like the whole competition?
About an hour. Usually have to last about an hour.
And you got milk and water or no?
So I have a system now. I prep really good prior to an hour and a half before.
Yeah.
This way the food's still sitting about here.
Yeah.
So this way when I eat all the peppers and the hot sauce, everything's up here. So this way when I'm done with the competition, everything comes right back up.
Got you.
But right before I go on, I chug a big glass of milk.
Yeah.
This way, and there's a reason why. No. So when I throw up and the milk comes back out, I know I'm done throwing up. It's like a tracer.
Yeah, that's deep. That is deep.
Part of competition. It's my prep.
That's what I'm saying. And you're going to be in the Guinness World Records. I could tell, man.
Eventually I'll try it. When I'm...
Even if it's not the Guinness World Record, you already placed big. You know what I mean? You already made your world record. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to League of Fire. You know, my mouth is heating up as I keep talking. Like,
it's kinda,
you know what I mean? Yeah. But my thing is like, this is amazing, man. I never met somebody who could do stuff like this. Yeah, just give us the regular chicken now.
Yeah, he just wants chicken.
Yeah.
So
you want a piece?
I'm all right. Thank you, though.
Yeah, shout out KFC, man.
So this year, 2025, I have 2 matches set up.
Okay.
I have the Intercontinental Belt match on August 28th or 29th of this year in Italy. And then I have on October 11th or 12th, I'm not sure what day yet, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. I will be defending the America's belt.
This one right here. Yep.
Come October 12th, that will be officially my retirement. I will not be competing anymore after that.
Yep.
If I hold any titles after that date, I will be vacating them.
Yep.
This is my final hurrah.
Let's go.
After this year, after I prove my point. The funny thing is
The One Life Podcast.
my wife's like, "Why are you doing it? You have nothing to prove." I said, "I do." What pisses me off, and I'm a very humble person, and I'll say this from day one. I want other people to succeed. I want people to push past themselves. Don't be the next anybody. Okay?
I seen that.
Be the first version of yourself.
Now, what do you mean when you say that?
So people are always like, "Oh, the next Tom Brady or the next Michael Jordan,
Yep.
the next Derek Jeter." Don't be the next to anybody. Be the first you.
I like that.
Fuck everybody else. Be you.
Yep.
Why you got to be somebody else?
Yeah.
Why do you got to fill their shoes? Maybe they have to fill yours. Maybe they have to come back and prove that they were better than you.
Talk, man.
That's why you can't compare people in sports these days. This whole thing with LeBron, Mike, no, you never. There shouldn't be a conversation, period.
Yeah.
There should never be a conversation about it. First of all, unless the rules are exactly the same and the sport's exactly the same, you can't compare.
Right.
Just like for football. Back in the day, it was a running sport. It was a defensive sport. You weren't getting 30, 40-point games. You were getting 10, 12, small defensive games. People were getting their heads taken off.
Right.
The game's not the same. You can't compare Tom Brady to the people now. It's a passing game.
Right.
All right? It's not the way it was.
And your team is the Steelers?
Yes.
What'd you think about the Super Bowl?
What did I think about the Super Bowl? I won $500. I didn't give a shit who won.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
I got
Your parlay hit.
I know I didn't have a parlay. I was in a block pool.
Nice.
I won the 0-2 or 0-4, whatever it was, the second half.
Yeah.
And I was 28 seconds away from it hitting in the second quarter. Mm-hmm. And then
I got to go to the casino with you, man. You got some good light.
I got good luck, man. I'm gonna tell you why too right before we get out of here. But I don't like when people compare, and people are comparing me.
Right.
It's only been a few years. Like, it's not like it's been 10 years and there's a whole new... Like, I literally just stopped going crazy a year and a half ago. And you got someone else coming in here. And again, I'm a very humble person.
And when you say you stopped going crazy...
I'm not doing challenges every week.
Okay.
I'm not knocking points out. I'm not popping peppers like it's Skittles.
Yeah, yeah.
I said I was taking a step back after last year when I retained. And what pisses me off is, for a whole year and a half, I was breaking records.
Yeah.
I was doing shit nobody's ever seen before.
Right.
And then someone else comes on and they're like, oh, this guy's crazy. He's this, he's that. Nobody's ever done this before. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Taking a break.
Yeah.
Do I really have to put people in the ground to get them to just realize who I am?
Right.
You've doubted me before and I proved you wrong.
Yeah.
Do I have to do it again? So
Kris Fragale, man.
So there's a couple people in the chili community right now that I feel I have to put down.
Yeah.
I have to beat. And if I don't beat them, then fine.
Now, when it comes to practice, is there any way to practice to get ready?
Just eat heat. So I bought a box of pods. They're already bad, though. They go bad within a week or so. I don't have a lot of time to eat them. I just sit down and eat them. I sat down and ate pods for the first time in months, and I was eating 7, 8, 9 at a time.
Yeah, and shout out your podcast, man. I know you say you got a podcast going on.
So I have the Scoville Unit. The Scoville Unit on YouTube and Facebook, and then I also have Beyond the Belt Wrestling Podcast.
Shout out Beyond the Belt Wrestling Podcast and the Scoville Unit, man.
Yep.
Yeah. So you be eating your peppers during the pods, sometimes the lives?
Yeah, so I do peppers during my lives a lot of the times. I do challenges during my lives, and then I'll do hot sauce reviews and just a lot of random stuff. It's really no specific order on what I'm doing or how I'm doing it.
Yeah.
It's just whatever I'm feeling, because like I said, there's a lot of practice and prep involved in it. If I'm going to do challenges, if I'm going to do records, I have to prep all day. So I'm using an entire day to do this.
Yeah.
So I'm eating 2 or 3 times. I'm getting mentally prepared. I'm setting up the challenge. The record for record attempts, you're talking 2-3 hours on a live.
Right.
Doing that.
Yeah.
To be ready and to actually complete the challenges, like, because you have to keep recording straight through. You can't.
Have you ever done any of these challenges without drinking anything?
You have to. When it comes to these challenges, to get the points, you can't eat or drink anything else other than the challenge until the burn time is completed.
And what's the burn time? It varies.
Everyone is different.
Yeah.
Everyone is different.
Do they rate the burn times on here and stuff?
For this one, there's 2 different ways to do it.
You still burning?
No food or drink.
It's cooling out.
So for this one, you have 10 minutes to eat. You have 10 minutes to eat the entire tube. 1 to 2 peanuts at a time. All right. Once you have eaten the entire tube, 5-minute burn time.
I'm gonna do the peanut with you.
You want to do a peanut?
Yeah, let's do a peanut.
All right, once we open these, that's it. You can't do the challenge because all the challenges, you have to open it. You have to do the challenges.
Yeah,
we're not going to do the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm going to still film somebody doing the challenge. All these products, I'm going to shout you out when I do these.
You could hold on to this, and every time you have someone on, make them do a peanut.
Boom. Shout out Kris Fragale, man. I'm about to start vlogging, One Life Vlogs.
1 peanut.
1 peanut.
Don't touch your peanut after doing this either.
Yeah, no diddy.
Yeah, don't touch your diddy.
Yeah, no diddy.
No diddy.
To the malicious sauce.
Yeah. How is this compared to this sauce?
This is hotter. This should be hotter. This is more natural. This is not.
More of a creeper or right away?
I don't know. It's been a while since I've done these.
We trying. I'm trying. I'm hanging with the champ, man. I gotta hang. To hang with the champ, you got to do champ shit, man. And I'm hanging with the champ, man. So I had to join you in your sport, brother, man. Yeah. Yeah.
One peanut.
Toast, man.
Go. Cheers.
Cheers, man. They're chew it quick.
They're good. I like these. I think they're delicious.
Yeah, you
switch that bad boy around a little bit.
Yeah, you switch the flavor everywhere. Hold up, pause. Wait, whoa.
Burn everywhere.
Yeah, whoa. I'm sticking to one side. Mm-hmm.
That one's it may not be as significant as a burn as the other one.
Yeah. What's the name of that peanut?
Death Nut. Well, that's the Tubatera. I'm sorry.
Oh, pause. Tubatera, man. You got it. One Life Podcast, episode 35.
So this is made by the creators of the Death Nuts.
Shout out the creators of the Death Nuts, man. Pause, no Diddy. You know what I'm saying? We out here. I'm with the champ, Kris Fragale, man. The American champ of the chili pepper eating contest, man. This is amazing. I never thought I would be doing this, and I couldn't wait to do this when I found out that you were the champ, man.
Starting to get a little bit of a tongue burn.
I wanted to hang with the champ. Hell yeah, me, I am. Yeah. So talk about firefighting, man. Like, oh shit. What got you into firefighting?
I always thought it was intriguing, just the whole thing of it.
Shit.
The fire gear, the trucks, the adrenaline, the fire itself.
When I was in the Navy, I did some firefighting, basic firefighting training and stuff like that. But yeah, what was that experience like for you?
Adrenaline, a lot of adrenaline. My favorite part of it was wildland. I loved wildland firefighting.
Okay. What's that about?
Just it's the outdoors, mountain terrain, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty much self-explanatory. You're out in the wilderness and you're fighting fires in the woods.
Wow.
You're sweating worse from that than you did the sauce.
Hell yeah, it's hitting me. But I'm a champ just like you. I'm hanging in there with the wildfires. Shout out all the people out there in the LA fires and stuff like that. That's crazy.
All our first responders. That could have been avoided, but
what do you mean?
That fire could have been avoided.
How? What do you mean?
You have wrong people in charge that won't care more about money than they do keeping their people safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Problem. When you give people jobs based off of what you believe they should be instead of having the credentials to do it, that's when stuff like this happens. Always.
So on to the firefighting. I'm trying to think through the fucking heat. But and it's a great topic. We're talking about firefighting. When you first volunteered, what gave you that idea to become a volunteer firefighter? Because with firefighting, it's voluntary, right? You're not getting paid.
I was a teenager. I was trying to be cool.
Okay.
That's what I thought was cool at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But the more I got into it, the more politics that were involved, and the less I liked it.
Yeah.
People are backstabbers in fire departments. They don't care about boundaries.
Yeah.
So when you, for example, if you're in a relationship and you go into a fire department, they'll pounce. They don't care. They don't give a shit what you do or who you are. They will backstab you so fast. It's not even funny. I've had it happen.
In a fire?
Not in a fire, in a fire department. Yeah. That's one of the main reasons why I got out of firefighting, is because people that I considered my brothers and my family that I'm supposed to trust going in a burning building, I couldn't trust them outside of a burning building, let alone. You can't go into leave a relationship and have your ex end up dating half the people in the fire department.
Oh,
and
we on fire up in here. It's burning hot.
And if anybody sees this that knows what I'm talking about, it is what it is. I was a kid when it all happened, but you're a hot mess over there, man.
Yeah, I'm coming together. Don't worry, I'm hanging in there.
But no, firefighting was good for the circumstance. But when the fire department that you loved closed and got merged, and then you couldn't trust the people you were with, you're not going to go into a burning building.
Yeah. What was the craziest? So when it comes to that firefighting shit, right? Before I get into the craziest fire you ever been to, how does it work when you show up to the firefighting team? Does everybody do the same job on the team, or like do you apply for different positions?
For volunteering, there's such a lack of volunteers nowadays that he's in the panic stage of this right now. He's just eating and touching everything he could possibly get his lips around.
Don't worry.
And
the capsaicin.
so the more he drinks and the colder it is, the worse the burn's going to be after the coldness goes away.
Try to eat
Don't worry.
chicken, bro.
Nah, I'm good.
But so when it comes to volunteers,
I'm a champ.
there's not enough people out there
I'm with
for
the
everybody
champ.
to do their extra jobs. There's supposed to be different sections of fire department. You're supposed to have your captains, your lieutenants. You're supposed to have your search and rescue teams, your RIT teams. You're supposed to have your engine teams, your vehicle rescue teams, your EMS teams. But when you're in a volunteer fire department, everybody has multiple hats.
Got you.
So, but when the paid fire department, everybody has their own job.
Got you. What's been the craziest like fire you've been to?
I wasn't involved in many structure
Or calls.
fires. I've been to a few where it's gotten crazy. I've been to ones where it's been Christmas Eve, nobody got hurt, but houses and presents got destroyed. I've been to car accidents where people have been ejected. I've been to a car accident where someone was dead on arrival, where their head was completely crushed.
Wow, yeah.
I've been to a fire where someone has died in their bathroom trying to hide from the fire. I've never gotten far enough along in my career to actually be first in the building during a fire. Like I've always been in there for cleanup or helping on the back end, kind of just watching. I never got, like I said, when it came to the written part, I wasn't very good at it.
Yeah.
But physical stuff, like I was able to see, I was able to act.
Yeah.
Vehicle rescue and wildland were probably I understood wildland. I understood how it worked, what was needed, how fire reacts.
Yeah.
But like I said, the politics and the backstabbing of the fire department stuff is kind of what pushed me away from it.
Right. So you're no longer doing it?
I haven't been an active firefighter in probably 8 to 10 years.
It was a great experience.
It was a very good experience, and I'm forever. I actually had this conversation with 2 people yesterday that I used to be really close friends with, but I'm not that close with now. Saying that if it wasn't for the fire department and what had happened and transpired between the positive and the negative, I probably wouldn't have turned out to be the person I am today.
Right. Life lessons and journeys through life.
Yep. That's why everybody always says if you can go back and change something, I wouldn't change a goddamn thing.
Me neither. I'm with you.
I wouldn't be the person that I am today if it wasn't for the stuff that's happened to me.
That's right. One Life Podcast, episode 35, man. Yeah.
Can't have good unless there's bad.
That's right. The yin yang.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't have good without the bad.
So yeah, so when I seen something when you become a police officer, they take you to like a morgue and make you look at bodies and stuff like that. As a firefighter, did they do any of that stuff?
No,
like make you look, because you said you had to see all this gory stuff.
I don't think they did that as a police officer. I see if you're going to be a mortician or something to do with funeral directing, you probably would have to.
Okay.
I don't see far of why a police officer.
I think a police officer told me that, like he had to go and like through a process of training, like this is what you're going to be seeing. So look, this is
got showed examples of certain spots where they pull up onto a scene of a gunshot victim on. Because realistically, if you're getting called to a crime scene or a response for a police shooting or something along the lines of that, you're going to be you're technically the first on scene. You may have to administer EMS.
Yeah.
So that's probably what they're talking about. To determine if they're dead or if they're breathing and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
They probably got put in those scenarios.
Okay.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, this shit got me like it's cooling down, but like I'm trying to think, and it's like it's erasing my thoughts.
See, this is the fun part because. And now, like, people typically think in the here and now, it's over and done with. Say about 6 hours from now, when you're in the restroom, you're going to be thinking, God damn, what did this guy do to me?
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, for when I had my wing off 2 weekends ago, my brother-in-law, Rick, he doesn't do spicy.
Yeah.
He actually participated in the amateur competition.
Okay.
My cousin did too. Neither of them do that.
Yeah.
And I said, this is awesome. I appreciate it. But I told my wife when we go home, I said, I'm waiting for that phone call tomorrow. And they say, when does this end stop? Like, when does this stop? And that's exactly what happened. My brother called me. He's like, hey, so when do the razor blades in my ass stop? And I said, they stop when they stop.
Yeah, you need to go take a cold shower, nigga.
No, there's no way to stop it. It's the way your body breaks it down.
Yeah. So where does Kris plan on taking his talent? What's the plans for the future, man? What do people got to look out forward to? I know you're going to Italy. Tell people like stuff you got coming up and to look forward to, like the things that you plan on accomplishing in this near future and everything. You got kids?
No kids.
Not yet?
Animals. I got animals.
What kind?
I have 4 pug chihuahua mixes.
Okay.
I have a cockatoo that I just got a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
And I have a pineapple conure. Conure.
Yeah, well, I never heard of that.
It's just a small parrot.
Okay. Oh, it knows how to talk with you?
So the cockatoos talks some.
Yeah.
She's smarter than she lets on. Mm-hmm. The Canoer's only 3 months old, so she's still got some learning to do. They're gonna be marks for me.
Yeah. How does that work when it comes with the parrots? Like, how do they talk?
Repetitive. It's just the same way we do when we're kids.
They have a voice box like us.
It's more or less they're making their squawks or making words out of their squawks.
That's crazy, bro.
Cockatoos are the most intelligent.
Do you think they like actually think of like what they're saying, like what it means, or it's just like the repetition, like you said?
I don't know. It's a good point. I think it might just be repetitive because cockatoos can only learn up to 30 words.
Like when they're saying hello.
I think they understand.
They're like, oh yeah, they're here today. I gotta say.
After so long, when someone walks in, they continuously hear say a new person walks in the room and you hear the other people saying hello. Mm-hmm. I think they kind of relate to it.
Catch on to it, right?
Catch on to it. But yeah, they learn up to 30 words.
That's dope.
So I'm hoping at least one of my birds works as fuck. Yep. Great.
Yeah. What color?
White with a yellow fin.
Nice.
Top, and then my pineapple canoer is green based with red and yellow.
Nice. You ever get a peacock? Would you ever?
I've seen.
Are they mean?
I don't think they're mean. I just think they're very skittish. So the place in Wilkes-Barre that I go to where I get my birds, the Scoville Unit, actually, when I do my fundraisers, I actually donate to them. The CDE Exotics in Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah.
There, you can literally walk in there. They got full-grown emus walking around the building.
What is an emu?
Emu, like the commercial. Emu, and Doug.
Okay.
They look like velociraptors. Look like ostriches.
Yeah, not the little dinosaur that spits at you.
No. This is just a big flightless bird.
Okay.
It literally has like the legs of a velociraptor. It looks like an ostrich for a head and has a fat feathery body.
Okay. Yeah.
And they're walking around the store. They got parrots flying around all over the place.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a real cool place. So I actually donate all proceeds to them. So they're nonprofit. That's who I work with.
What's the name of the place again?
CDE Exotics.
Shout out CDE Exotics, man.
Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's dope.
But yeah, it's life is interesting, man. It is been interesting.
Yeah.
This year is my final year doing all this.
Yep.
I'm going to continue to make products. I'm going to continue to sponsor people, push people, promote people. But competition wise, trying to find time to do challenges, and like I have to prep, do the challenges, and then I have to find time afterwards to hurt. You
ever think about, because I know you're big into like WWE, Raw wrestling and stuff like that. You ever think about bringing your talent to the WWE, to the wrestling world?
Absolutely. I want to do.
Shout out WWE and Raw, man. Come tap in with my man Kris Fragale, man. Bring the pepper eating champ to the platform, man. That will be a great episode. That will be a great match. You bring your peppers in there, and see if those bad boys could like hang with the champ.
I would love to do a crossover of wrestling and my spicy food stuff, and getting some of the. It's really hard to get up to that point where they'll do it. Like, you ever heard of Busted Open?
No.
Busted Open podcast?
No.
It's Dave LaGreca, Bully Ray, Tommy Dreamer, and Mark Henry.
Yeah, shout out Busted Open, man.
They're on every morning at 9 a.m. To noon, and they talk wrestling. And I've been on there a few times talking to them, and I actually talked about my brand with them, and Tommy Dreamer was all about it. He's like, oh, wait.
It's interesting. It's different.
He's like, I want to hear about this. And then I've actually reached out to them. I'm going to go down to their live recording in Vegas when I go down to WrestleMania. I'm going to meet up, and I'm going to bring them some products.
Yeah, who's your favorite wrestler?
My favorite wrestler, may he rest in peace, is Wyndham Rotunda, Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
He was, his characters were something special.
What was his character like?
The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, the Fiend.
Okay.
He was badass.
Yeah, you like Rey Mysterio?
I was a fan of Rey Mysterio
Rest in peace
back when.
Wait, no, Rey Mysterio's still alive. That's Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero.
We lie, we cheat, we steal.
Oh, yeah.
We lie, we cheat.
Yeah, they actually, Rey Mysterio actually does the LWO with a few people right now in honor of Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. But yeah, it's Bray Wyatt was my, like his the way he talked, the way he presented himself, his creativity. So yeah, I was big into Bray Wyatt.
Did you used to believe it was real when you were a kid? Because
hell yeah. When
Booker T and John Cena days, that's when I was watching.
I thought when Owen Hart died, I thought that was work.
Yeah.
I thought it was a staged thing.
Yeah.
But
who's the sock guy? I forgot his name.
Mankind.
I thought he was pretty he was savage.
Chill guy, man. He goes to Knoebels all the time.
Knoebels?
Yeah, he goes every summer. He goes
Shout out Mankind, man.
So I'm actually I'm gonna bump into him in Vegas because I'm going to WrestleCon.
Yeah, does he still do his sock act and stuff?
So they're doing WrestleCon in Vegas at Westgate. That's my hotel I'm staying at. So I'm gonna be staying in the hotel wrestlers are at.
That's dope.
So I'm
in Vegas.
Yeah,
I want to go to Vegas. You been before?
Yeah, I went.
How many times?
I went there once. When I was doing pool leagues.
Okay.
My first year in pool leagues, we went to
playing
Vegas.
Pool.
Yeah, first year I made it to Vegas.
Yeah.
Just
in pool leagues.
Yeah, we 63rd overall in the world.
Yeah, bro.
I was like, shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was full paid. But this time we're staying at the Westgate. My work travel gave me the ability to book my flight and my hotel for free.
Living your dreams, bro.
Living dreams, man.
This is the One Life podcast, man. Keep living y'all dreams out there, man.
Hey, and I'm going to say this. Anybody that thinks that they can do something, do it. Any given Sunday, anybody can win this belt.
Yeah.
That's what I always tell people.
Right.
But this year, nah, fuck that. They ain't winning that shit. I'm winning that.
Yeah, you honing that.
That's what I was saying about this humbleness stuff. This year, it isn't about being humble and push people to their limits.
Humble beast.
I'm gonna give them a big pie, a humble pie.
Yeah, I like that.
Big piece of it.
Yeah.
Because this is my belt. They're living in my world right now.
That's right.
When I retire, it could be their world.
That's right.
That's not me being cocky. That's not me being arrogant.
Yeah.
That's me getting sick.
No, look, I want you to hold it, put it in your position.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
I'm always humble. I'm always nice. I'm always polite. But this is my last year. I'm not focused on pushing anybody else to their limits and getting them to the next level. I'm planning on putting people down this year.
Amen. 2025 is a big year for a lot of people chasing their dreams.
I'm not playing this year. I want, when I'm done this year, I want people to say, let's not shit talk because we don't want him coming out of retirement again because I'll do it.
Yeah.
Tom
He
Brady.
said, I don't need no water. I don't need no milk. I don't need no bread.
So
let's go.
I cut a promo.
Okay.
They're like, we want you to do one more time.
Yeah.
They're like, could you cut a promo? I'm like, you're speaking my language now.
Right.
And it was me saying at my last events that I was retiring. Hereby, I was officially retiring. Mm-hmm. And I did it where I kept cutting it to say the same thing. I officially announced my retirement, and then it would turn sideways officially, and then it would get closer and closer. Yeah. And then it would cut out, and it would be me laughing in the background, just laughing, randomly.
Yeah. I'm on my Brett Favre.
And then
Tom Brady retire, come back.
Just the screen would be glitching, and I would be laughing, and I'd stop and did you really think I was going to make it that easy?
Yeah.
And then it would get black, and it would say, even Tom Brady didn't stay retired, ... And then it was me laughing again.
Yeah.
And then the screen cuts.
Yep.
So I was and I did it 20 minutes. My buddy's like, what the hell is wrong with you? How did you come up with that?
Entertainment, baby.
It's a gift. I love it.
Yes, sir.
You're saying about the wrestling, though. Yeah, I want to do a stint in amateur. I want to do some training, do some basic stuff, have a couple matches, and be done with it.
Yeah.
Me and my cousin want to do it as a tag team.
Yeah, and you're going to do it. I believe it, man. This is, like I tell people all the time, this is one life. So like you said, anything that you have in thought and mind to experience, go do it.
Yep.
And that brings me to this question, man. All my talented guests that come on the One Life podcast, this is the One Life podcast, episode number 35. We here today with my man, the champ, the pepper eating champ, Kris Fragale, man. One thing I love to ask my talented guests that come on the One Life podcast, what is some positive, great advice you could give the world and the people watching, those out there chasing their dreams on their journey to a successful lifestyle, living this one life? What is some positive advice that you could give the viewers and the people out there watching, man? Some motivation.
Never accept that the sky is the limit. If you accept that the sky is the limit, you're already accepting failure.
Right.
Always keep pushing forward. There's always a new level you can reach. There's always a next version of yourself. And that's why I always tell people, don't ever try to aspire to be the next version of anybody else.
Right.
Always aspire to be the version of yourself.
That's dope.
First version of yourself.
That's dope. That's dope right there, man. We need a round of applause for that right there. Be the own version of yourself, dog.
The One Life Podcast.
One Life Podcast. This is episode number 35. You got anything else you want to say to the people while they're watching and stuff like that? Anything you want to tell the people? Any questions you got for me?
Nah, man, I appreciate you having me on. Just check out my social medias, the ScovilleUnit.com, my website. All of my social medias, the Scoville Unit, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you name it, I'm on it. And check out Beyond the Bell Wrestling podcast every Monday and Friday, immediately following Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown.
That's dope. Give it up for my man Kris Fragale, man. The chili pepper champion is in the building. One Life Podcast, episode number 35. There you have it, man. Yeah, my mouth is still cooling down. No Diddy. Pause. Yeah, but I hung with the champ today. That's what I'm saying, man. You know what I mean? I can hang with the champ. You know what I mean? I probably can't keep up on the pods. You know what I'm saying? And you haven't even been sipping nothing. Yeah, you showing your true champion status over here. Yeah,
it's
natural.
It's how it is, man. When I do competitions, it's no gloves, no love. You'll see people wearing gloves. I don't wear no gloves. Yeah. I don't wipe my face. I don't wipe my beard, my mustache, nothing. I sit there.
He said it's all
That's how
heat.
You build the tolerance. That's how your tolerance is built.
Yeah.
If you're cutting corners and finding ways to stop it from happening, you're not burning properly.
Yeah. You ever had like a bad dream that like it was burning too much?
No, but I've been woken up to run downstairs, take a shit though.
Yeah.
You get those serious stomach pains. What's the difference between cap cramps and you gotta go?
Yeah. You ever had the shit during a competition?
No. You gotta make sure all that's out before you go.
Yeah. You ever seen somebody mess up and like?
I've seen someone throw up on themselves a couple times.
Okay.
That's always fun.
Nobody ever like pooted theyself?
Nah, not that I remember. Not that I've seen either.
Yeah, everybody brings a change of clothes just in case.
You always gotta make sure you're ready.
Yeah. So what's the most important things that you bring with you to a competition? Focus. How do you psych yourself up?
Half hour to 45 minutes and maybe even an hour before the competition starts, I stop being around people. Like I'll go find my own spot. When I first get to where I'm going to compete, I'll scope the area out and I'm going to find my spot right when I know when I'm done competing, I'm going to find that spot that nobody's going to bother me. It's secluded. It's cold because air conditioning helps a lot and nobody's going to bother me. I'm going to hide. That's what I do for every competition. And if people come near me when I'm cramping, you're going to see a very mean side of me.
Yeah, you don't want to talk.
I literally, the last time I was in a dark room, nobody was in there. It was cold. People were in there trying to talk to me, and I said, hey, I mean this with all the utmost respect. I'm in a lot of pain, but shut the fuck up. Like, I got mad. Like, I'm like, I don't want to talk. My wife will be asking me. She knows. Pack of ice, cold towel, garbage can, milk.
Boom.
Other than that, don't fucking
garbage
ask me.
can,
Don't ask
cold
me if I'm
towel,
okay.
milk.
Don't ask me if I'm okay.
And ice.
Don't keep talking to me.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how the weather is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, shut the fuck up.
What's your favorite meal to eat after a competition?
Ice cream. Dippin' Dots, man.
Yes.
Dippin' Dots.
Cools you down.
Nah, hot foods, regular foods, you get really like nauseous. Yeah. Like you're full, like it's if you just ate a little while ago, but you're eating again. Ice cream, milk, cereal. It's like a superpower.
Yeah, what's your favorite cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch does it for me.
Okay, what about Reese's Puff and Cookie
I don't
Crisp?
mind. They're not bad. I'm not a big fan of Cookie Crisp.
Yeah.
After I'm done like cramping really hardcore, I just get like a big ass bowl of milk, cereal, and just like keep pouring the cereal in until I can't.
Yeah. Yeah. And one last thing. You said, you tell people to shut the fuck up, you know what I'm saying, when you're in that zone. I feel like, it's all about your delivery in life, you know what I'm saying, when you do certain things, you know what I'm saying? Because you could tell somebody shut the fuck up, but just be in a nice way. Like if I tell you like, man, shut the fuck up.
Oh no, I'm not nice at all when I say it. When I'm cramping and I'm hurting, I'm so uncomfortable. Like
how you say it?
I can't even be in my own. I don't even want to be in my own.
Yeah, how do you say it? Like
I'm like I don't mean to sound rude, but shut the fuck up. Like really mean and angry.
Yeah, he's like, I'm about to choke something.
Like you literally, that's how I feel like I'm about to hit somebody. Like it's bad because you're like you don't know what to do. You're like it's like being claustrophobic.
Yeah,
you just don't want. You want to get out. You want to be away. You want the pain to stop, but you can't because
Yeah.
you're like literally in your brain with these cramps that they're coming.
Yeah,
and there's nothing you're gonna do to stop them.
Yeah,
you don't know how long you're gonna last. So your mind is already in the process of I want to be quiet.
Yeah.
I want to be left alone.
You ever tell your wife like shut the fuck up?
We've had conversations when I've been cramped. She knows better now though. Like after the first few
No,
times,
but you ever tell her like, yeah, just shut the fuck up?
Yeah, just I'm like, go.
You don't say shut the fuck up?
I'll literally be on the ground cramped, like just leave it, just go, don't talk.
Because I told a chick shut the fuck up before because she just kept talking in my ear and it was a good day and everything was going good. I was just like, man, just shut the fuck up, and she got pissed off. I was like, wait, I didn't say it in a mean way. I'm just like, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we're married, so obviously we both have said worse stuff to each other.
Yeah, it's all.
This is
it's all about your delivery.
This is literally me in a panic mode, in pain.
Yeah.
Knowing it's kind of like breaking your arm and someone saying, I just want to shake your hand. I'm like, my fucking arm is broke, damn it. Like I'm in pain right now. I can't. You know how you weren't able to focus? You were trying to talk and you were like, you were talking about the firefight.
Yeah.
You're like trying to figure out what to say.
Yeah.
That's what it's like when you have cramps, but you're in pain.
Yeah. So
You're not focused on this. You're focused on this.
right. So can you sign autographs while you're going through that shit?
No, I don't want to be bothered.
Got you. You wait till it cools off.
Like they'll literally, people will be coming and I'll literally tell my wife to stand guard and to accept whatever stuff they want to give to me, like food, drinks, anything like that for pain, and talk for me. Because if I have to focus off of my pain and my stretches and my breathing to talk to them, they're probably going to get hit with a bag of ice.
Yeah.
No, it's bad. Like it's literally like, gosh, I wish I could. Like you get kicked and you get hit in the balls, you don't want to talk, right?
Right.
You don't want to sit there and have a conversation, talk about the weather and shit.
Yeah.
Exactly what cramps feel like. Exactly. You don't want to talk. You want to be left alone. You want to bounce up and down, writhe in pain in your peace.
Yeah. What has been the longest burn time for you?
8 hours.
Like your mouth was on fire for 8 hours.
No, mouth doesn't bother me anymore. I don't care about mouth. It's stomach.
Okay.
I got the Kava Corner challenge, the wings. I did the challenge. I told him to cut the camera. I started chugging the milk, chugging this, went in the bathroom, trying to throw up, got cramps. I was laying on the floor, splashing my water. I had no idea what was going on. Finally, after an hour and a half, I was able to stand up. We were left. I laid in the back, like in the passenger seat with the seat down. We got home. I'm like, I need Pepto-Bismol. I need Tums. I need everything. She's like, all right, I'm going to go. I'm like, I'm going to go take a shower quick because I had chemical burns all over my chest from wiping my face and my shirt. It literally was bright red. Worst thing.
Chemical burns from the hot sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So the worst thing I could have done was went and took a hot shower because the steam made me feel like I had the flu. Like when you have the flu, when you stand up too fast, you get really dizzy and you like fall over.
Yeah.
And then I blew my nose after while I was in the shower and it came out my eyes.
Yeah. Whew.
I thought I was blind. I slid down the steps on my stomach looking for the phone to call 911. I was in a panic.
You never went to the hospital,
My
though?
wife came home. I was laying on the floor in front of the TV in a towel with a towel over my face, just writhing in pain.
Yeah, it's crazy.
My brother-in-law came over, was taking photos of me. Like, that was hysterical.
Have you ever been to the hospital?
No.
That's good. We with the champ. Yeah, champ don't go to the hospital.
I went to the hospital on my way back from Erie because I threw up so hard I pulled a muscle in my chest.
Oh, snap.
And it was pulling on my rib cage. And when I was breathing in, it was cutting my air off.
Oh.
And they thought I was having a heart attack and ended up being a pulled muscle in my chest.
Yep, from the pepper challenge.
From throwing up.
What challenge was that?
It was from doing the pepper competition.
Which competition?
When I retained.
For the belt. Yeah. My man, we with the champ today, man. One Life Podcast, episode number 35. The heat is finally cooling down in my mouth. Pause, no diddy. I survived. This is episode 35, One Life Podcast with the champ, Kris Fragale, man. Look out for your boy, man. He's out here doing big things, great things. This was an amazing journey, man. He did firefighting, my man, pepper challenge. He's into the wrestling league, and he's an electrician. So if you need your electric fix, your lights fixed, tap in with my man Kris Fragale, man. This is One Life Podcast, episode number 35. Kris Fragale, thank you for coming through and sharing the mics with us, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, this was love, man. This is One Life Podcast, episode 35. Kris Fragale. I had a good time. This was an interesting podcast, man. You know what I'm saying?
One Life Podcast.
I got to rock out with the champ, man. You know what I'm saying? And if any more champs out there, come on, tap in with us. Come to the One Life Podcast, and we're gonna have a good time, man. We're gonna continue to motivate the world and people out there watching to continue to do great things and find unique things with their lives, with their one lives they're living, man. Yo, Kris, thank you for coming through once again, man. I give daps the whole time. Yeah, this is love, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, how long did it take you to grow your beard?
This is going on 2.5 years.
Yeah, I'm going on 4. Yeah, because I noticed something with Caucasian folk, y'all grow your beard overnight.
No, not me, man.
Yeah,
mine it took me forever. It looked like I had duct taped hair to my face.
You had the spots and stuff when you started?
I had spots and stuff, all that.
What oil did you use?
I just use beard oil.
Beard oil. What?
Dude, I shampoo and condition religiously.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
That's how it grows and stays nice, right?
Hey, you got to switch it up, though. You can't use the same stuff every day. You start off with mane and tail.
Yeah.
Makes it nice and thick and full.
Mane and tail?
Mane and tail. And then you switch over to all the fancy shit.
Yeah, you got to send me some of these things.
Yeah, I could send you some.
Is it going to work the same? Because I'm black.
Oh, depends.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
You know, because different products and stuff.
Everything where everybody's bodies are chemically
different.
Yeah.
Mane and tail.
See what they say.
Okay.
The key is just let it grow. Don't cut it. Don't trim it. Just let it grow.
Yeah.
And then when you get it to a comfortable spot where you want it, you can cut it down. Because I trim down by my ears because it curls and goes in my ears.
Yeah.
Bothers the shit out of me. But
and sometimes when you eat and shit, like I noticed that
it always gets in my.
Yeah. So what do you do at the end? You just
wash.
Yeah.
It's like having a bib too now. I don't get anything on this part of my shirt. It all falls in my beard. Mom's like, you got some in my shirt. I'm like,
yeah,
for later.
My man.
The bird loves it. It goes underneath and sits underneath it. It's like a birdhouse. It
like a nest
behind it, like a nest. Yeah.
Bird nest. Yeah.
Yes. But no, my wife's like, I liked it better when I said, this is my beard is my thing now. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
Makes me feel comfortable. But no, I literally, dude, I shampoo and condition regularly.
Yeah, you got
I also got the non-wash conditioner from Garnier.
Yeah.
Just literally
Boom.
Smells fantastic.
Yep. Hey, man, there you have it. One Life Podcast, episode number 35. Kris Fragale, the American champ of chili pepper eating. And he's going to continue to bring y'all the heat, man. He brought us the heat today, man. This was a great episode, dog, man. I had a lot of fun this episode. You know, I'm mixing up on my words. The heat is still cooling off. But, yeah, I hung with you, man. And how did I get any points? What do you mean?
So to get points, you have to complete the whole challenge.
Yeah.
This is either speed, which you eat the whole tube as fast as you can with no burn time, or it's 1 or 2 peanuts at a time. Once it's completed, 5-minute burn time, and then you get your points. So for the chips that I gave you, the Crossroads, open it on camera. Now you got to sign up for the League of Fire too. You got to sign up for the League of Fire. Go to firehub.com. That's the new and improved type of system for chili heads all over the world. You want to learn about spicy foods and challenges and products? Go to Firehub. Okay. It's on Google and Apple.
Okay.
Firehub. That's it.
Firehub. And yeah, once again, shout out your business, man.
Scoville Unit.
Scoville Unit, man. Tap in with my man Kris Fragale on ScovilleUnit.com, man. You could go ahead and get your very spicy, intensified, spicy products, man. What are all the products you got on there? Real quick.
I have hot sauces. I have side products. I have merchandise. It updates very often, and I'm gonna do a solid going forward. I'm gonna put 15% off for lifetime on my website by using promo code OneLife.
Nice. My man, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dog. Listen, man, podcast. You got it. The One Life Podcast, episode number 35. I think we may have found our first sponsor of the podcast, man. This is dope, man. I got the chills just now.
So, hey, no joke, man. Anytime you have someone coming on, just let me know. I'll send you something. And you can mess with them if you want.
That's love. Look, I got the chills, dog. This is how we work, man. One Life.
I'll send you some goodies. I'll send you a couple Crossroads. You get those guys that come on here and like, you like spicy food?
Test them out.
Yeah, it's like, all right, I got something for you. And throw them
my man. Shout out say it again,
Scoville Unit.
ScovilleUnit.com.
Like I got something for you, and just give them one of the chips and say, how's that? And
that's dope. Listen, I think the One Life Podcast, we done found our first sponsor. We gonna talk business, man. Yeah, that's dope, man. Love Kris Fragale. Thank you for coming through, man.
And what I'm gonna do for you guys after this is, now that I'm doing in the process of getting my wife's studio back together, her thing. I'll get your guys. I'll message you, get your shirt size. I'll send you guys a Scoville Unit shirt.
That's amazing. And maybe I'll get to come on your podcast for episode.
Dude, I would love to have you on. Come on one of my things. And the nice thing is, you don't even got to drive to me. I have it all set up digitally. Just I have you come on. I send you the link. You come on and talk.
Bless it. But I'll come. I like to be in person.
Come down. Even the funny part is, once it starts getting nice, I'm gonna start inviting people over, and I do Halloween parties every year to have people come down for Halloween.
Dope. Yeah, I love to dress up and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I have my family come over. I do like a movie night in my backyard with this projector screen on my shed in the back, and we do like movies and shit. And
dope.
It's a good time. Definitely, man. I'll start shooting you some invites when I have get-togethers. I have people come over for wrestling events all the time.
Dope.
Actually, I have my cousin, my nephew, and my buddy coming over tomorrow night for Elimination Chamber. So
let's go. And Elimination Chamber is what, on Raw, WWE?
Elimination Chamber is live on Peacock starting at 7 p.m. tomorrow Eastern time.
Nice.
It is the final pay-per-view leading up to WrestleMania.
Nice.
And we will be talking about it probably tomorrow night live.
Dope. Let's go. Tap into the
Beyond the Bell Wrestling Podcast.
Beyond the Bell. Shout out Beyond the Bell Wrestling Podcast. Hey, man, you got it. Kris Fragale. Once again, we ended it again. We done ended it like 5 times, but hey, this was a great podcast. I had a lot of fun. This was an interesting person, another interesting person. We're going to keep bringing y'all the talent each week. This is the One Life Podcast, episode number 35 with my man, Kris Fragale. The champ is here. Yeah, there you have it.
Man.
My man, thank you, Kris.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
The One Life Podcast.
Yeah, the heat has finally left. Well, it's still leaving. It's still leaving.
It's gonna come and go little by little.
That's I like that. This is dope. Kris Fragale, man. Yo, thank you for coming through, man.
Oh yeah, man.
This was a pleasure.
I enjoyed the hell out of it, man. I'm glad I got to come out and do this because that was a lot of fun.